Hey everyone, Dave Cottingham here with Casey Cooley.
Hello everybody.
And our guest for the Rogue One commentary, Jeb Smith.
What's going on?
Make sure you're talking into the mic. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Happy to be here. What's going on? I don't know how to use microphones.
Yeah. So, welcome to Inside the Force's commentaries for the Star Wars movies as we do our journey to Star Wars Episode 8 coming out this December. We've obviously gone through doing these in chronological order.
Yeah.
So we've gone through first the prequels.
Yeah.
So now we're about to start our
It's the fourth prequel.
That's right, the fourth prequel.
True.
The only standalone at this point Star Wars film, Rogue One. We have not done a commentary for this yet.
I've seen this one the least amount.
That's right.
Me too.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we were just talking about this. You've seen it about 4 times, you said, maybe?
4 times.
probably the same. I mean, we had it on at the office a bit, so 4, 5.
I saw it 4 times in a theater, so
Yeah.
I'd say
I saw it one time in my car.
7, 8. You did. Driving, yeah, that's right. All right, so we're going to get going. Follow along the movie right around this area here. We're watching it from the Blu-rays, so I am pressing play right now. So
Right.
There it goes.
1 second.
2, 3, 4, and there's the Lucasfilm logo. All right, so the very first thing we need to talk about in this movie is that there's no crawl.
Oh, crawl.
Jeb, what's your thoughts on
Ooh.
the fact that you didn't see a crawl at the beginning of this movie?
I kind of expected it going into it, but I would prefer one. I absolutely wanted one. So, kind of a little disappointed, but
Yeah.
I think the future Star Wars movies will be the same way. A Star Wars film, not Episode 8, but
You think the other
I think the Han Solo will follow
will?
suit. I think so.
Yeah.
So none of the standalones will have a crawl.
I don't think so.
basically.
I think they'll.
I'm pretty
yeah,
sure
yeah.
that's right.
They'll keep that for
The
I
episodics.
mean, this
Yeah.
in a sense is the crawl.
Very much so.
I mean,
Very much so.
although this is a great, in my opinion, great prologue. Some people don't like it, but it's fantastic. But still, I mean, it wouldn't hurt to put a crawl there. I think Gareth Edwards actually did a crawl, didn't he? Didn't he actually write one and tested it or something?
I think they
I read that
did.
somewhere.
I think they did. But just because it happened, I wrote a crawl
Oh, this guy.
that I wanted.
That's his own crawls.
I didn't. I wrote it because I thought
That's a crawl every
thought
day
we
before it
would
wakes up.
release this, at some point. But it got
Yeah.
so past the movie, I was like, it's not worth
So it's
it now.
exclusive Inside the Force
So
content.
anyway, Rogue One. This is what I wrote. This would be, I would think, and it kind of sums up what's happening here, honestly. But because crawls, the thing about crawls is they're not.
Blue milk.
They're really like
got plenty.
setting up the situation.
Yes.
It's not really telling you past information, or it is past information, but it's setting up the scene, right? So anyway, here's the crawl I wrote real fast. Fear has engulfed the galaxy. Since the end of the Clone Wars, the Galactic Empire has spread its military might to all civilized systems. Galen Erso, an Imperial scientist misled into constructing the weapon for a moon-sized battle station, has been hiding on the remote world of Lamu. Lamu. Determined to gain favor with Emperor Palpatine, Commander Credit seeks to bring Galen back to complete the project that will bring order and control to the galaxy. That's what I wrote for that.
Boom.
Yeah.
I think it accurately sums it up.
Yeah.
Gets the audience ready.
So you would show that, but you can still show this.
Yeah.
Because it sets up this scene, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, this film does a lot of firsts. Obviously, first time we got in this kind of prologue-esque, or you can call it prologue, or you can call it just a time jump. I don't know what you want to call it.
That's right. Yeah.
It's not even really a flashback, but yeah, first time we've gotten that. I don't know if it's a trendsetter of other Star Wars films. I mean, Force Awakens kind of started the flashback trend. And this has the prologue time jump trend. So Han Solo, we know, actually does time jump even
It
more.
does time
So
jump. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
it starts from
Covers about 10 years.
18 to 24.
Oh,
So we
Less than that. About 6 years, yeah.
we're seeing the formula of Star Wars that we've always known to be broken
Right.
slowly. So Don't know what that means for future Star Wars movies.
Now,
No crawl. No, I don't know.
did
What's
you?
next?
Yeah, we mentioned this beforehand. You started Catalyst, but you didn't finish it. You said.
Right. I got into it about halfway, and then about the time that he moved for the third time, that's when I put it down, and I just got busy with work. So
You started it when you were on vacation
I did, yeah.
on the beach, reading a book.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
Sounds good.
Was waiting for my hotel room to get ready. I was the nerd out there reading Star Wars with fully clothed. Everybody else is in bikinis and.
So, you read it all the way. I read it all the way. Very good read to set up this movie for one, but I bring it up because it goes a little deeper in the fact about that kyber crystal that Lyra gives to Jin.
Yep.
Because am I saying this right? That she is force sensitive?
That's what it alludes to, yeah.
I think it alludes to.
Well, the previous, if for those of you who don't know, like one of the previous storylines was that Lyra, the mother, was a Jedi.
Correct.
That was what she was going to be, but they obviously didn't make it so. But reading the book, it made it sound like she is force sensitive. Like she is more aware, almost like maybe not quite the Chirrut level, where you can dodge lasers and stuff like that. But, but she was definitely
love that guy.
Yeah, but she was definitely
Chirrut?
force sensitive.
Yeah.
I love Ben Mendelsohn, man. He is awesome. All the entire cast is
I know.
great. But Ben Mendelsohn, I quickly became a fan of through the Bloodline Netflix show, and then this was fantastic.
Was it Celebration last year where that guy just came out in character, walked
That was two
around?
celebrations
It was
ago.
Anaheim.
Two
last year.
celebrations ago.
2 celebrations. No, it was 2 years ago, but
Yeah,
a celebration
2 years ago. So yeah, he just stayed in character, walked around,
Yes.
did his thing.
was
Legion of
great.
troopers behind him, and then
Yeah.
left.
Yes.
And I'm watching the live stream like, what the f just happened?
I know, it's awesome.
That was awesome.
Very good. He's good class act. I mean, threw a lot into it, even though he's only in one Star Wars movie so far. I guess it's ideally what he's going to be, but he put everything into it. Usually, you get these characters that spawn over multiple films. So you don't usually get characters that have one-offs.
Right.
We might see Jen more. Who knows? In a prequel, I guess. is what they say.
Maybe. Definitely maybe.
But I would love to see more of him. I mean, that's why Catalyst is so great, because I'm reading it thinking of Ben Mendelsohn in the role, and it's just it just goes, as you said, so deep into the characters that we see here that it is a phenomenal read. Even Saw Gerrera, I mean, it's a great read for him.
Absolutely. So what about Death Troopers? Because
They mumble.
well, yeah, they do, and it's interesting because
That's cool.
it's never been actually established canon-wise about Shadow Troopers.
Sure. Yeah,
Not that I
there's
know
a
of.
previous EU.
Yeah,
I mean, I've
which
got
are
the black-
which are black
You
stormtrooper
got the-
outfits.
I've got the Black Series from, I guess, Hasbro, the Shadow Troopers. That was pretty hard to get. But
But they haven't shown up in other. The only canon, or the only thing they actually shown up in is Battlefront,
The game, yeah.
the game.
well, they're on speeder bikes in the little playset thing that I have.
So it's just toys in that
Right,
game.
toys
I
and
mean,
game. They're not. They haven't been shown on film or even on the TV series yet.
Right.
So, are they canon? I don't know because I remember reading something like they were talking about Death Troopers. It was like, well, I wanted troopers, but I wanted them in black, and it's like, well, they're Shadow Troopers, but I don't know if he
If you didn't know that,
he knew that. Or
I mean, yeah, it's strange because you got the TIE pilots; they're all in black, so
Exactly.
you think it'd be an easy move, like, oh, just make it stormtrooper armor.
yes,
But I understand that these guys are elites, so they should have different armor.
different armor,
Like Navy
yeah.
SEALs, all those guys have different outfits. So I understand.
So I think Shadow Troopers.
Uh-oh. Controversial
Yeah,
title card.
Yeah,
A lot of people hate it.
yeah.
Why?
I honestly don't care.
I don't care. I
I'm
think
fine
it's
with it.
fine. Yeah, I think it's
Why?
fine.
Why do people hate it?
Well, like guys like Cody at the
I think
office,
it's
and
still
they
too
think it's
cheesy.
very cheesy. Like you can make that 2 seconds on Photoshop or After Effects or something like that, and it's just doesn't have the right look to it. I do agree. Maybe the font. Maybe don't do the
But the
outline.
font is traditional Trajan Pro though. That's in like
But
episode 1 and
It was always outlined like that.
No, it wasn't outlined.
Yeah.
It was filled. It wasn't. It was. It was a
that's what
stroke
it
like
was.
that.
And
but-
I think the music that people didn't like that big loud horn kind
I
of
like the music too. God.
Again, I thought it was
I don't
fine.
know, man.
I hated everything about it. It should have been the traditional
Crawl
theme.
Star Wars.
Well, just if they were gonna, yeah. It was. I guess that separates the prologue from the main movie.
Yeah.
That little, but
Yeah, but see, I agree though. Like, just make it the same font. Yeah, that's easy. Identifies it. It's a brand. So
Because it's the same font that's on the poster.
Yeah.
You know, Rogue One.
Yeah.
It's the same font.
yeah.
It's that Trajan.
So this is
Pro.
a new location.
The new trading post.
All these,
yeah.
except for Yavin, have been on new locations. So this
Yep.
is the Ring of Kafrene, which is a little outpost.
So Cassian Andor.
Yeah. Did not expect Cassian to be this type of character that we see here. I mean, like he straight up shoots this guy, but which is
Well, that's kind of his past and what he struggled with throughout the entire
it's
movie.
a side of the rebellion I don't think we've seen is that on
Yeah.
the film is really that morally gray.
Yeah, I think
type of
he'll.
person.
We have our predictions that he'll show up in Rebels at some point.
Yeah. So I don't like this actor, this other guy here. I think he's overacting.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
So going into this, did you guys feel like before you saw it, of all the hype, and did you feel like it was going to be more Private Ryan-esque, where it was like just way more battle scenes and just just gruesome, like for a Star Wars movie, or did you expect it to be what it is? Because I listened to some of the hype and I thought it was just going to be arms coming off and people blowing up, just
Yeah.
like a real dark.
Well, yeah, I never thought
movie.
it'd be. I thought it'd be more violent,
I
not
did
necessarily
too.
gruesome, because I just feel like that's the fortunate security of Star Wars. Is like, oh, it's lasers, so it immediately cauterizes, that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So it's hard to get blood out of it all, practically.
And they're not going to release an R-rated
Yeah.
Star Wars movie.
But
so-
but we've read books like the Aftermath books. They're violent, man.
Very.
Dudes' heads are getting lobbed off, and
Yes.
arms, like you said, arms getting pulled off and everything. And but I do think it was darker, like, especially that right there. Like we've never seen that before, or it's about to happen actually.
well, when Han killed Greedo.
Yeah, we shot him first.
But yeah, exactly.
Right?
If that had
No?
happened originally,
Yeah.
If that happened originally, then yes, we would see. But yeah, he shot him in the back.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
pretty dark
that's
for.
pretty
I mean,
brutal.
but it's so tame.
And you can see it in his face too, though.
Yeah.
It was.
But
Yeah.
but no, I did expect it to be a little, not quite as dark because, yeah, I've heard the reports that it was like a Saving Private Ryan, but then I heard kept reading, oh well, Disney's kind of, and they might be making them back off a bit on that. Like I was
Yeah.
expecting those moments like in Saving Private Ryan where you have like the guy freaking out while battles all around him. He's like that one wimpy reporter guy. He's like just crying because he doesn't know what to do because everybody's dying all around him. Like I was expecting that drama a little bit more.
Right.
But I was, it's still, this is very safe violence, if that makes sense.
Very safe. Very safe.
Borgullet's pretty scary.
Yeah. That was so strange.
What's that? Is that the
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 big
thing that
The
blob?
octopus
Yeah,
thing?
Yeah.
that was
Borgullet.
really strange.
So new planet.
Jeddah, yeah. So we heard about this several times prior to release about it being a holy place, a place where a lot of
frozen
Kybers.
desert. It's kind of strange.
Yeah, exactly. But very surprising when they brought up, which we'll say later, but when they actually say Guardians of the Wills,
Yeah.
like that was, I didn't expect that at all.
No.
So a lot there with that.
context.
So you did you ever see the Clone Wars?
Well, Bonnie, gosh, we're moving a little fast.
Yeah,
These
well,
planets.
Bonnie. Yeah.
No, I haven't seen the Clone Wars.
Now that's an actual thing from the Clone Wars.
Yeah, I was gonna read about that. Is in the,
It's in
Was it-
Geonosis, right?
I think it's in Kashyyyk in episode 3.
Oh, Kashyyyk, yeah,
No, it
Kashyyyk.
comes
that's
out.
right.
Now,
Yes.
I did enjoy reading about the droid workers, what are they?
Geonosians.
Yeah, those things are just stupid. Just if they're not busy, they just start killing each other.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Was a little-
I did enjoy reading about them building the Death Star and then just destroying it because they were mad about something and then
Yeah.
rebuilding it again. Just
It's like a very primitive, very primitive, immature race, almost. Yeah, they're
like it's a hive mind, right? They
Yeah,
all
that's a hive. Yeah, they all like little bees buzzing around almost. But
their leader was what's that guy's name?
Poggle.
Poggle the Lesser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spicy.
Positive
Oh!
lesser. Yeah.
Oh,
Ouch.
not get up.
So
Dude, this robot is hilarious.
I love
Yeah.
K2. I thought that was a great part of the film.
Now you said, I remember you saying that you were worried about that actor playing, that he was not going to be good for the part. Like he's too
The Alan Tudyk?
unserious. Yeah, he wasn't serious enough, and
Too comedic.
too comedic.
See, and I knew that going in, and that's what I figured it would be. I figured he would
But
be
the
more
fact that the
creative.
robot was like hacked and spliced together and
Yeah.
reprogrammed, and now it's an asshole. I mean, that's perfect.
Yeah, but I had just had concern because just some of the roles he's played, I don't know,
A Knight's Tale?
a little over.
iRobot?
iRobot. Was he an iRobot?
He was the robot, not robot.
What? Is
Wow,
this his
I didn't know
second
that.
robot role?
Yeah, as far as I know. But he did Firefly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did do. I liked Firefly.
He's done.
Now this is where we get a little
Transformers.
nostalgic here. A lot of these people aren't familiar. Besides, you saw General Dodonna there, which is obviously played by a different character, different actor, or whatever. But you have Mon Mothma, which is pretty incredible. Now I'm
Where have we seen her before?
so thrilled. She's in the deleted scenes of Episode 3 as Mon Mothma. She's the
Same actor?
woman.
Same
Yeah,
actress,
same
yeah.
actress. So I'm really glad they did that. I'm really glad they brought her back. And I think she voices Rebels too. I
Yes,
think,
she
right?
does.
Yeah, she voices herself in Rebels. So she's a pretty big staple now in the Star Wars universe.
Who? I don't know anything about her. What is she?
Mon Mothma. So Mon Mothma is
She was a senator.
she was a senator of Chandrilla, and kind of one of the original voices, if not the original voice with Bail Organa, of starting a rebellion against the Empire. She has always been that. You see her at the end of Return of the Jedi, obviously, for the first time in the original trilogy. She's only in that one
She's
scene.
the one that says the Bothans died.
Yeah.
Many Bothans died. She's that chick.
Right. That's
Yeah.
who Mon Mothma was? Okay.
That's Mon Mothma. So, and for those of you that know the novels now, she does become the new chancellor after Episode 6 for the New Republic. But really neat, bringing this stuff back. I thought this was. I haven't seen a side by side to see if there's any continuity issues with the surrounding stuff, but it's
No, man, it looks.
pretty legit.
Yeah.
I'm
I
pretty
saw.
sure
I saw one a little. Yeah, it's pretty identical.
Yeah.
Because it's only a few days until we see it again. A few
Yeah,
Star
if
Wars
that.
days.
I mean, yeah, I guess a day or two after the Battle of Scarif. But the best was Bail Organa.
Oh man!
I mean,
and the music cue when he walks in.
yeah, I mean, it is phenomenal. They actually bridged that gap. Because character-wise or actor-wise, like visually, not James Earl Jones or not, Anthony Daniels. Well, Anthony Daniels, he's in this, I guess, but not Anthony Daniels because that's 3PO in the prequels and originals. But Bale, I mean, is in the two eras. Is there anybody else that's in the two eras? I don't think so, right?
Anybody else besides Palpatine?
Oh, I guess. Yeah.
besides that you
I guess.
mentioned Obi-Wan.
Oh,
Yoda.
no, I'm saying like
Outside
I'm
of-
saying like the actor.
Oh, actor-wise, yeah.
So Ian McDermott is definitely.
R2D2? Not
Kenny Baker.
I mean, I'm saying people you can see,
Yeah.
not Anthony Daniels, not Kenny Baker, Peter Mayhew, guys you don't see, but like
no, it's tough. I don't think so.
I forgot about basically
Ian
Palpatine,
McDermott.
but he's Episode 6, and then obviously the prequels.
He's the only.
But that's
face.
really bridging
Oh yeah.
that gap. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think.
Now we just missed the ghost, didn't we?
Yeah, let's say we
Yes.
missed the Rebel ship, the ship from Rebels, the Ghost.
And then Luke Skywalker's ship?
No,
No.
he's Red 5. The X-wing.
No.
Millennium
A
Falcon?
different ship. No. Who did I say?
Luke?
Luke, yeah. Doesn't he have I thought we saw a Well, this is for episode 7, but when Rey was
Oh,
left
that
on that
ship.
planet, that ship that was pulling off, isn't that Ghost or whatever? What,
That's not the Ghost, but there's been a fan made a connection of that ship.
that was his ship.
Yeah.
Leaving.
Because there's a old comic
Yeah, but it's
book.
not. I don't think it's confirmed.
It's not, but there's an old Star Wars comic book that has Luke's ship, and it
Oh,
looks
Rey's
like,
his kid.
It looks
identical.
like that.
Rey's his kid.
Rey's his kid?
Rey
Yeah.
Skywalker. Yep.
See,
That's confirmed.
I was on
the
that
Emperor's.
forever, but I'm just not sure anymore. I got
cool.
other
It can happen.
theories to think about. I got other theories, but
What? Midichlorian? She was
the-
formed?
no,
The
I
one
actually,
chosen
I
one?
think one of the other that she actually is a chosen, but she's actually Leia's kid. I'm actually thinking I'm a
Han's
little bit
kid?
more towards
No,
no
just Leia.
midichlorian,
Ah, okay.
but Leia through Leia. Anyway, that's
You think
that's
Han be okay with that?
a whole other
yeah, right.
conversation.
Look
Where's
at that midichlorian
midichlorians?
crap.
Where's
Where you been?
That's true.
That's
I don't
always
know.
your excuse.
That's true.
Oh, one of my favorite lines with K2 right
Yeah.
there was
It's third time those midichlorians.
the yeah, it's high, very high. Some of it. He's got the best lines. I think about to see the no, maybe not.
What Ghost? No,
I thought the
It's
Ghost
later.
was in like a big fleet, and it was the bottom
It's-
left.
it is at the
It's,
end.
at the end
it's,
here,
it's
yeah.
at the battle scarif too, but it's sitting there at the.
That
Oh,
poor
okay.
guy.
Hey, he survives though.
He does. Everybody
Love
forgets
it.
about him. Shoot him.
Now I think we're about to no. Okay, so let's talk about Saul then.
I'm not a
'cause-
fan.
Really?
Not a fan of Saul Carrera?
No.
Lies. Deceptions. Every day more lies.
I guess he's this way because of all the crap he's been through, but
Yeah.
Yeah. There's not much in me left. Sorry.
I don't know. I don't even really like it when they bring in famous actors to play new roles.
Yeah. You have a problem with like how he's characterized, like just because he's pretty theatrical. I feel like. I mean, I could buy it. I dig it, but it's surprising to see how he's actually portraying Saw Gerrera.
Yeah, I was thrilled just because of again the connection between Clone Wars
Yeah.
now and this because he's in the Clone Wars as a younger Onderanian,
Onderan, yeah.
right?
Iranian.
Onderan is the planet he's from.
Yeah.
I should have watched all that stuff, honestly,
Well, I'm.
before coming over here.
Well,
Oh, of Clone Wars.
a
No.
lot of stuff there.
Yeah.
I thought you started it though. Didn't
I
you
started
start
in the
it?
office one day with you, and that's all I'd watched.
Oh,
we'll
gosh,
start it
yeah.
back.
I know. I gotta. Go
We
back
watched
and
an
watch it
episode
again.
at lunch in
We'll
the
watch
old
it
break room, or the old.
chronological.
The old
conference
Yoda
room.
one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Because
But-
there's some sort of order we have to watch it in. For it
Yeah,
to, you
a
don't
li-
watch it in order.
A little bit. There's a little chronologically. There's a different order than when it was released. A little bit in the first couple
And
seasons.
now
but
StarWars.com, they have the order.
They do have the order.
And they have it. They have the animatics in there.
Yep,
And,
the
Dark
novel.
Disciple.
Yeah, and
And
Dark
split
Disciple.
by Son of Dathomir, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I was gonna. Oh, between what Son of Dathomir?
So like, it has apparently tangent. Sorry, Dark Disciple has it's listed as the episodes it was going to be. So it's 8 episodes. It was the first 4 of Dark Disciple, then Son of Dathomir, and then the last 4 of Dark Disciple.
Yeah, it's really good. I brought it up before. It's
Did you guys?
really
Did you
good.
guys see the scale, like of how
Of the-
big it
yeah,
was
correct.
with a
Yeah.
Star
Star
Destroyer
Destroyer.
next to it? You could fit
Yeah, Star Destroyers.
40 Star Destroyers.
Star Destroyers parking
in
it.
the center of the dish.
Yeah.
Now
He has
how?
3 in the back there.
Yeah, look at him. Yeah,
A what?
Well,
Star
maybe
Destroyers.
One,
Oh.
yeah, some in the back there. Oh man.
Now when he turned in the theater,
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't know how much we were going to see of him. I thought it
Nah.
was just going to be a reflection like that.
And I luckily stayed away from it enough to actually. I didn't know he was confirmed to be in it at all.
Right. They did a great job hiding that.
Yeah.
Now there's some that didn't even realize that was a CG character.
Yeah.
Didn't you say your wife did? Or you even you?
I didn't know.
No, my wife didn't know.
Yeah.
But now that you watch it again, next to real people,
Yeah.
you can kind of tell. But when they're on their own,
That's the thing. Like I feel like in the shade, the movie he's covered with shade and darkness and shadow. Like it's more believable. But when he starts talking and he's out and he's got the light on his face, it's still like that's pretty
good, man.
That's pretty good.
That's so good.
Yeah.
But when he talks a lot, you start to see the nuances.
But see that clearly goes to show you right there that how detailed Star Wars is, that they're not going to recast somebody
right
and put makeup on them. You would think
they'll just wait till the technology
here's
catches
a flashback.
up.
Forgot about this.
Yeah, flashback on Coruscant.
That's so cool. Seeing Coruscant again.
I know, man. Yeah, that's great. But it just shows you that
So he's an Imperial right now, right?
Technically.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
So this
That's during Catalyst era.
During Catalyst.
This is before.
Actually, I think that scene was
the
in
prologue.
Catalyst.
I don't know if it was identical in, but I think it was.
I think that scene was
inspired.
wasn't when Krennic visited one time. He put her to sleep. Unless it was a different scene, but I thought it was kind of the same thing. But no, but back to Tarkin. I mean, that's why you question a little bit about Han Solo being recasted. It's like they went to that detail to make sure Carrie Fisher stayed, her likeness stayed, Peter Cushing's stayed.
But I mean, are you saying recast for future?
Well, no, like they got a new guy to play Han Solo.
Obviously, the Han Solo it's years before.
Well,
so
years before.
If the movie ends when he's 24 and he's supposed to be like 29 in A New Hope by the time Harrison Ford's there,
he's not going to change that much.
So what do you think they're going to do?
Well, I mean,
no, I don't think they're going to do anything. But I'm just saying, like,
that's technically a recast in my mind.
What you could have done is do that. You could have did the Robert Downey Jr. thing in Civil War, where you make him younger. So you basically have Harrison Ford in a sense play him again, put the dots on him, make him look younger,
or just keep Han Solo as an 18-year-old the whole time.
Exactly,
I would be okay with that.
Yes.
I think if I could, do you think it would be as noticeable as Tarkin?
I mean, it would definitely be noticeable.
Yeah. That would annoy me if the whole movie was like that.
But I would feel better about the way he looked if he looked like Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Than seeing a guy that doesn't look like
we'll
Harrison
see when
Ford.
the movie comes out. Maybe I won't even think about it, but I probably will.
I'm
think
probably
about
will
it
think about
the whole time.
Pretty sure I'll think about it.
Well, I'm going to now. I wasn't going to before. I'm not even going to go.
Yeah, just don't go. We'll tell you about it.
Actually, here's what we ought to do. Next year around this time, I'll just watch the movie for the first time with you guys and we'll talk about it. I won't see it until then.
Really?
No. I'm going to go in December.
No, well, the Han Solo comes out in May of next year.
May.
Well, May.
Yeah, May of next year.
But I'm going to go see it with everybody.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do that.
But I mean, that would be interesting if this was the first time I was watching this with you guys talking about it.
Oh, we probably wouldn't be. You'd probably just be watching it.
I'll be watching you see the reactions. Spitting pretzels.
Yeah.
Did I do that? No, I thought I spit on you.
No, I did that. Make me laugh.
Don't drop it.
That's funny.
Yeah. He just doesn't care. He just looks on.
And he didn't even open his arms. He just put his fingertips down and it rolled out.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is it, right? The bull gullet.
Oh, no,
what the heck? That is so weird.
It's like a
lose one.
Jabba the Hutt.
This completely seems to me like a deleted scene.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Like I don't know why that would be.
That's true. That's a good point, man.
But
I understand, like Gareth Edwards. I feel like he likes his monsters type of.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
What Darth Vader feels like at the end, it's like a monster scene almost.
And bottom line, Gareth Edwards did do a great job. With
Yes,
this
he
movie.
did.
I mean, he's a huge Star Wars fan, and Ryan Johnson's kind of the same way. These guys are huge Star Wars fans.
It's just so unfortunately, we'll probably never know how much was redone.
Of Rogue One?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a bunch redone for Rogue One too?
Supposedly.
A lot of reshoots.
Yeah.
Who came in? Who was that? Tony Gilroy that came in?
Tony Gilroy.
And redid some stuff.
But I mean, we know a little nuances here and there that were reshot and added, but it's still a Gareth Edwards film.
Totally.
Obviously, his name is still attached to it, but
absolutely. What do you think
Oh.
about this?
Oh.
Dr. Evazan?
He'll be dead. So what type of hands does he have? He's got normal finger hands.
You got the ones that are on the ones that are on the floor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But doesn't in his figure or something like that has like
It's like a
these
replacement hand.
Yeah,
It's
it's like
got that like scooped hand.
scooped hand. Yeah.
That's weird.
I like the Imperial probe droid that just went by in the
Yeah.
background too.
That's really that's really well with those little Easter eggs. I feel like. I mean that with obviously that interaction cameo was just a huge fan service thing that was not needed, but it was still cool.
Well,
I like that. I like that. I like things like
I
that.
do too.
I just shoved that guy. Jeez.
Yeah. So I did want. I don't think I answered your question, Jeb, about the violence because what was really neat about this movie was that they did hire the stunt choreographers of Saving Private Ryan to do the battle scenes. So those people were involved in the beach
Saving
scenes.
Private Ryan had like cameras embedded in the in those sequences. People were just running around with cameras, and then they would just.
But how they shot that, how they portrayed like the special effects and all that stuff, they hired those same people for this film. So you thought you were going to get. Now I do believe though a lot of that got cut because when you see the first trailers and stuff of the film, there was a lot more on the beach, especially with our main cast, that ended up not making the film. I mean, there were shots of Jin running with the plans on the beach, and obviously,
I mean, the movie poster, like the majority of it is a beach scene.
Yeah.
So
marketing.
I was like when you first, I guess you first saw that, you were like, man, X-wings on a beach and like a tropical environment. That's gonna be crazy.
Well, I thought there were going to be more them storming a beach.
Yes.
With all these troopers just firing, like kind of like Saving Private Ryan and Normandy. It's like they're just going to be just bodies dropping all over the place. I mean, I did think that.
Yeah, well, you saw like dead stormtroopers floating in the shallow water.
Yeah.
That's dark.
That's dark. That's dark. And like even this, like wiping out this whole squadron right here. So it's very much a war movie, and more so of what we see kind of in Clone Wars. Like in Clone Wars, you used to be surprised how much death there is in the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of death in that series, even though it's animated.
I think you definitely get a different feel with this one just by how it's shot. Like almost every shot in this scene in particular is handheld.
Yeah, right.
So that little guy we just saw, the scene where he's like just freaking out on the machine gun, that's not in the movie, is it?
That's not the same guy, but the space monkey.
Yeah.
We get a little bit of him, but you don't get that shot from the
You
scene.
don't get that shot from the
But you get
trailer.
it
from the
They
trailer.
try- yeah.
That's right. It's not in there.
That shot.
See,
that
stuff
shot
like
from the
that.
trailer,
Yeah.
That little guy, that's actually Warwick Davis.
That's what I thought.
That was Warwick Davis?
I think so.
Oh, I didn't know
Well, I think
that.
he maybe plays a couple.
Probably,
guys, but
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's
I thought the space monkey was Warwick Davis.
that guy's a little taller than Warwick Davis.
I think that little one is Warwick. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, so sad.
Is that Warwick Davis?
Yeah.
Is that the right height? I think, is it in the novelization we get more story with that character and her mom? It does a couple of different vignettes.
I don't know. I
of
never
different-
read the novelization of this
There's a
book.
couple different vignettes of like I think those two, and then some stormtroopers that get left on Jeddah right when it's about to be destroyed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you kind of see their perspective because Tarkin says like or Krennic says we removed all of our troops I think from Jeddah, but obviously they didn't because in the book and also I think it's in the
Why did he
comic.
shoot that guy?
Because he was about
going
to throw
blow up
that
the tank.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
her
Okay.
next to it. Yeah.
And they all saw that.
Shouldn't even
Yeah.
look. Man. Smoked. So these are the partisans, right?
These are Saul Guerrero's guys, right?
his-
Yeah.
I think they're
And they're
called
stealing
partisans.
kyber crystals.
Yep. That's right. Yeah.
Really cool. Oh, look at that.
Look
Look out.
ATSD is awesome.
There's some Ewoks when you need them. Blow that
Right,
thing
out
up.
doing something dumb.
Shoot.
They're so bad shooting.
Yeah.
I
No,
mean,
they
they're
still
still
are.
missing everything,
Those
right?
holes
Ridiculous.
on the side. How did it even arc to hit the
Yeah.
side there. I don't know really
They must not be seen. Those helmets must be very difficult to see out of.
I
That's
mean,
the
I
only
can't see out of that
conclusion.
one.
Yeah.
It's the only conclusion I can think of.
She is awesome.
Yeah.
I always forget. That's such a great line.
That's pretty good.
I wasn't really too pleasantly surprised by Felicity Jones's performance, but when she was first cast, I was surprised that they cast her. But seeing her in the trailer and this, she nailed
She's great.
it.
Yeah, she's great.
And I know they're pushing the female protagonists in these movies and books now, but I mean they're doing a great job. And Rey and Jen are the amazing characters.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And another great. I think this is part of this was improvised, where he slaps him. K2 slaps Cassian.
Oh,
It
really?
was improvised.
What is there someone in that robot?
No, he was there. He's got the
Yeah, he's
motion capture.
walking. He's walking around on
okay.
stilts.
So he must have.
He's on
the
stilts
set just
walking
like,
around.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Like Jar
Like
like
right there.
yeah. Yeah.
Stuff. No, K2 was the. I feel like I grew more attached to K2. Maybe of all the characters, Jen and Cassian, I did definitely. I mean, all of them I did, but when K2 bites the dust at the end is when I actually felt more.
That was
Oh yeah, because he just
little-
got his ass
Yeah.
just shot up, man.
Wow.
That line.
I mean, if you had
goodbye,
what if you
smashes
what
the
if you
thumb.
had another character that got killed like that though?
Oh yeah, that's true.
I think it's just the way he died is why.
It's also because he's a robot. It's like he doesn't. It's like that's it for him. He's a robot.
Yeah.
Oh. So just to be clear, everybody watching, because I feel like it's still unclear. Is like he's not a Jedi.
He's not a Jedi.
He can't use the Force necessarily, but he can hear
He's
it.
not using the Force there, you don't think?
I mean, not in the level of a Jedi. Otherwise, he'd be a Jedi.
Well, but you don't think he's Force sensitive? For
Force
sure. He's got to
sensitive.
be Force sensitive.
Force
well,
sensitive.
hang on. So Rey uses the Force, and she's not a Jedi.
Well, she be trained. It's like I don't think he can be trained to become a Jedi.
Why not?
Can he? You think he can?
I think he can.
He just never did.
Well, I don't think
he had the opportunity. Like, there's no one around to say,
Well,
"Hey,
I mean,
you know what?"
When they were guardians of the temples before this all happened, I mean,
But is a royal temple guard of the the Jedi? Are they?
like the Inquisitor.
Yes, like former temple guards. Are they?
There's a difference between Force sensitive and Force user.
Yeah.
Like he's sensitive to it, so he can listen to it and do what it says. But I don't think he can command the Force to his will.
But not Jin, but Rey can.
Yeah. Like I don't think.
But don't you?
Sure,
You don't.
can,
So
like-
not so. Okay.
Like
so,
he can.
So you're
there's
saying not all Force sensitive people can use the Force?
Otherwise, they'd be Force users. Because like that's why he can dodge.
But
it,
you
'cause-
can't be a Force user unless you are Force sensitive.
Right, you can be. You're both.
Because you have to sense it first.
all Force
right?
users are Force sensitive. Not all Force sensitive are. They're not all Force users.
But you don't think they can be trained to be?
I don't think so. I guess otherwise they would be.
Yeah. Well, if they don't go through the training of the
Like
Jedi.
Like Maz is a Force user, but she's not a Jedi.
She's a Force
Totally.
user.
She can use the Force.
Yeah, she
She
uses
just chose
the
not
Force.
to follow the path of the Jedi.
That's what I'm saying. So,
Well, like I don't like Chewie right there was listening to the Force, telling him what to do, basically saying, getting the premonition of the Force, saying you're about to get shot here, and I think he was like kind of obeying its
but that's using the Force, isn't it?
using it in turn. I think when you say use the Force, you are like making it in a sense obey or listen to you, obey your commands. You are using it, you're manipulating it, you're manipulating the Force.
Wow, I never thought of it.
Because there's always been that distinguish of Force sensitive and Force user. Like think of the
to me, a Force sensitive person is just somebody that knows the Force and can use it, but hasn't been fully trained in the art in the use of a Jedi or on the dark side. The Force user is basically
but you would
Jedi
still,
and or
But you still see signs that they can, like go back to Rey. You know, she's not a Jedi. She hasn't been trained, but she still uses the Force.
Sure.
So even on accident, I feel like Chirrut would be using the Force. Right? I think he knows enough of the Force. He could use it if he wanted to, like pushing stormtroopers back.
See, that's the thing. I've always thought he's been using it in here, like that to avoid all those gunshots. It's like
there's Bib Fortuna's cousin.
Yeah. I felt like he's been using it.
I think we gotta find that definite. Definition
it's Pablo.
Yeah, of like
It's Pablo.
you're technically not using it. You're
Pablo.
just listening to it.
Jeb. Who's Pablo?
He's a big.
He's like one of the story
head
group
honcho.
guys. He's like the head
He's one of the canon guys.
canon guys. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We'll
Him
edit that
and
part
Leland.
out. We'll edit that part out.
What'd you say?
So we'll edit that part. out.
Oh no.
Just kidding. He's not watching.
Pablo. Pablo. Yeah. Sometimes you ask him Twitter questions and he'll respond back.
He knows everything because he creates.
But do you have an opinion on Force users and Force sensitives?
Well, does Casey think that Force sensitive can be eventually Force users, or they're either one or the other?
I think one or the other. I mean, that's just what I think until it's said
Because
different.
technically, right, when a child is born and they sense, they're Force sensitive.
Sure, but then I think that's when the Jedi, I feel like, can make the distinction there. They can be trained to use the Force or not, because I think you can sense that. And you can tell that by maybe their midichlorian count.
Those aren't real.
They
They made that up.
did make that up, right?
But that's something. Maybe it's in the encyclopedia. I just haven't read it yet.
Yeah, I gotta read up on that a little bit more because I just
Maybe other Star Wars fans out there are calling us idiots because it's an obvious answer and we just don't know it yet.
yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good topic to investigate.
We should probably talk about that in the next episode.
Yes.
Force user.
By the time you
Force
watch this,
sensitive.
we probably would have already talked about it.
Yeah. Anyway.
Great scene coming up, man. This is one of the best scenes of the whole movie.
Well, okay. So do you think Baze is Force sensitive?
I think he's as force sensitive as Chirrut. I think he just blocks it off more.
Baze
The
got the big gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the big gun.
I don't think he's Force sensitive at all.
No.
well, I mean, that's the thing. That's why I don't know if all Guardians
All
are
Guardians
force
are Force sensitive. I don't know.
That's why I don't know. I know he was a believer in the Force. Like, you can be part of that church of the Force, like the Lor Santeca in the beginning of Force Awakens. I don't
think they.
know
are
if they're
Force
not. They
sensitive.
just believe the teachings of the Jedi.
Right. I don't think they're Force sensitive.
You know, you can meditate, but you don't really have that communication with the Force enough to either just obey its commands or have it, kind of obey your commands or your requests. Because I feel like if you say obey, it's more of a dark side thing. But I don't know. Splitting hairs.
Splitting hairs. Last thing I'll say is I kind of want to say that I think Maz might be Force sensitive, not a Force user. See,
Maybe, yeah.
she can sense it, but she doesn't use it. Just like
she,
I think,
she just almost made it sound like in Force Awakens that she had the opportunity to become a Jedi and decided not to.
right? But and that's partly I think
So she's been trained not
you
to
have
use
to
it.
actually use it like as a Jedi to be a Force user. But man, it could mean the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on.
Moving on. Great scene
So
coming
Saul, yeah, great, good scene here. I haven't read Rebel Rising yet, which is a book about Jyn Erso. I think you'll probably. I don't even know. I haven't read anything about it as far as if it takes place with her with Saul or if it's without Saul.
I feel like I should know that. I think it's like after it almost. Maybe partly in it. Then
So did this? This is a good question. Did this throw you off at all, Jeb? That do what?
That was upside down.
Not upside down, but that it did fire. Like the first time, because we were somewhat led to believe that it was fire the first time when it destroyed Alderaan in episode 4.
Well, I think the way I understood it was the first time it fired on Alderaan was the first time they made full power.
Sure.
Everything
That's
else
exactly
is
right.
quarter reactor or whatever they say.
But now,
Right now, they're only using a eighth of it or whatever, and it destroys a giant area.
Yeah.
But when they did Alderaan, it was the full power of the battle station
It was.
or whatever they said.
What do they say? Cylinders or something like that? What do they say?
single reactor.
Reactors. Single reactor ignition.
And then I think it is crazy to think of the continuity because I think in episode 4 he does say, "You'll be the first to witness the full power of this destructive battle station" or something like that.
Like fully operational, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
That was one of the lines that I remembered when they said a quarter reactor.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was like, oh, because
One
in
quarter
episode
reactor.
4 it was full power.
full power.
Full
I was a little thrown off that they fired it not just once but twice. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, because they were, and the thing about it is too is even in episode 4, like no one knows about the Death Star yet. Obviously, no, you know, they've been trying to keep this thing secret for 19 years, and as you know too, and like when Krennic goes and sees Vader, you know that's what they have to make up some story to the Senate of
mining
what happened to
accident.
Jeddah because they didn't want anybody to know still that the
Yeah.
Death Star has been created. So,
Now, is this their first test?
this is their first test
yeah,
ever.
absolutely.
Because you saw the dish just go in, right? That last scene.
Yeah, so they know it's crazy because they just want to blow up that single city, and they know exactly how much power to give it to have that reaction.
Well, I don't know if they know. That's the thing. I think they know, but
Yeah, I think I have a pretty good idea what.
because a
what it's
single
gonna
reactor is like, okay, let's just do one. Let's
Yeah.
just do one.
do. Yeah.
Just to see what it does.
See what happens.
Yeah, because if it would have destroyed like half the planet, then you're like,
Yeah.
well,
Like, oh, damn.
How are we gonna explain this? Yeah.
yeah.
Oh
But-
gosh, this is great.
The weather balloon.
She's a wonderful performance in this. Both even Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's a pretty pivotal little scene, also just in terms of canon.
Changing perspective here
Yeah.
is really does because he basically outlines exactly that he is the reason that episode 4 happens or is able to happen, right?
Yeah, the flaw.
Yeah, the flaw.
I mean, that was a rumor a long time ago.
It
I heard,
was.
but I was thinking like,
That it was by design and not like an overlook.
Yes. Like somebody planted it like that. Now,
I was surprised that it was.
but here's the thing.
was
Now,
real.
it wasn't necessarily the actual
Proud of
port,
this.
right? It wasn't the actual port. It was the reactor.
Exactly. Yeah. So
disrupt the reactor and it'll blow up the system. But you
Yeah.
have to like the exhaust port. I don't think it was.
that's
He
what
didn't install
That's what
it.
Galen did. Yeah, Galen wasn't like tracing a map. Like,
Yes.
we make sure that this is the path to the reactor. That's why he tells her to go get the map because he doesn't know exactly where
Exactly.
it is.
You have to get the
And
plans.
you get the plans to navigate the thing because it's hard to probably explain on a moon-sized battle station.
But the
like-
littlest, basically
Yeah.
the littlest disruption to the reactor will
Yeah.
it will destroy the
That's
system.
what. Yeah. Otherwise, he'd be like, "There's a thermal exhaust on this hemisphere.
Yeah,
Go
exactly.
there. Put
Yeah.
put a proton.
And you all can
torpedo."
use proton torpedoes.
Yeah.
And anybody that was using had used a T-16 could actually use and bullseye womp rats can actually make it.
Find a guy who
right?
bullseyes womp rats with his T-16 no bigger than 2 meters. That's the guy.
So how much has this, Jeb? How much has this movie, including something like that, changed your view of Episode 4? At all? Anything at all? Completely?
Does
Does it make it better?
it makes it better. I love it how they tie in. It's literally minutes
Yeah.
from where this movie ends and episode 4 begins. And watching them back to back, it's awesome to do that.
I don't know. It's quite possible letting them like stopped at some drive-through or
Sure.
something before they went to Tatooine.
Yep.
So
I mean, it's possible, but it's definitely the same trip.
definitely the same trip. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no horizon. That's hilarious.
The problem
Yeah,
on the horizon.
I think
no horizon.
it's definitely changed my perspective because
Yeah.
I was, I hate to say it, even though, and people listen to the show know, but I love episode 4, but it is partially difficult for me to see some of those bad special effects scenes.
Yeah.
Right. I'm actually a huge proponent of fixing those scenes, like when they did the special editions. Totally fine with those. You're an original 77.
I mean, yeah, I don't think we need all the weird little digital animals running around that are okay for 1999, but still look bad now.
Okay, what do you mean? Like
whenever they redid it and added all the digital little creatures walking around and stepping in poop and farting, I mean, that's not needed. I don't need that in my Star Wars movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I was, but I mean, I took it as a good update, like what George says, if he had the technology, this is what it would have looked like to him,
Mm-hmm.
So him being able to fulfill his vision is.
Good night. That's
But I will say that this movie did make episode 4 more enjoyable for sure.
Yep. You got you come in with the context of all this.
Yes.
And that little sentence in the crawl is all this.
So do you see how this huge reaction is going on around him?
Yeah.
Do you remember when we were watching Civil War the other day?
Yeah.
We were talking about how every time there's a big guy, he's really slow.
Yeah.
I feel like that stuff would be moving a lot faster and falling out of the sky faster.
Maybe.
Than just because it's a huge thing right now. It looks like that stuff would just be going faster. Like, that is a very slow explosion. But
Yeah.
I remember we
I'm
were
not a
watching
scientist.
Ant-Man just swing his arms super
Yeah.
slow just because he's big. Yeah.
So what do you mean? That's a flaw or something?
I just feel like that would happen much faster.
Oh.
And it's like this thing sweeping over. Like, rocks don't fall that slow if they're
Right.
just getting gravity. Like when Ant-Man was giant in that fight scene, everything he does is just it's
I
just
see what
slow
you're
just
saying.
because he's big. This is a big scene. See, those
Yeah.
rocks are falling super slow to me.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Maybe there's a science I don't understand.
Every time you watch something big, there's a giant in it, they move
like
extremely
Pacific
slow.
Rim or something like that.
Is that not a not a perspective?
That's the thing. It might
I don't
be.
know.
Maybe they've done studies. Like, maybe that's the thing. Like I was actually thinking this the other day when I saw like a little bug.
Like
Like,
what?
You're about to step on a bug. I'm moving fast, but does that bug think I'm moving slow? Like
He's probably thinking, "Oh shit,
I can see a bug
to die."
Yeah, I can
Not like, "Wow, that guy's real slow."
Like I could see it, like an ant just go like wow, really fast. But like, yeah, if I was Ant-Man, it'd be more like because I'm big.
Yeah.
But I'm big compared to that thing, so I don't know. I ain't a brain surgeon.
But if you
rocket
think about it,
scientist.
when you see video of like Hiroshima, like a bomb, the storm cloud goes pretty slow, doesn't it? The mushroom
It
cloud.
might be just comparative. It's just
It's not. It doesn't really go up and go away.
Yeah.
instant slow.
It's like-
I don't know.
Gradually going. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're
I
right.
don't know. Now, earth and rock. That's smoke. Earth and rock falling. I don't know. I would. Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't want to ruin that
That's-
scene for you.
I don't believe it. I don't like it anymore.
Like you ruined Han
Might,
Solo
might
for
have
me.
to do. Might have to do like some kind of test in the back lot or something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd do it.
Blow something up and
Yeah.
see what it.
Yeah. We dropped from a drone.
Yeah, yeah. What happened to that? No, we'll talk
We just
about
got
it here.
busy.
Another good scene.
Another good scene, absolutely. Tarkin.
It looks great right there.
Did he just claim the Death Star there, basically?
Basically.
I love it when he just goes to Vader and be like, "Hey, this is mine. Give me some credit." He's like, "What? Shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out of here."
I do want to know what happened to him.
This guy, yeah.
Why he's not in episode 4.
Yeah. He went with Mom
Yeah.
Mothma somewhere because Mom Mothma's not there either.
Yeah, actually, you're right.
Maybe
That's
they just
true.
changed shifts. That was a shift change.
Yeah, that's
Everybody
right.
here is just gone.
The Donna,
Donna,
you
yeah.
watched this place for a little while
Yeah.
we go. Yeah. Do we know for sure? But we don't know for sure where Mothma even went, right? Yeah, so
Don't know.
because Bale went back to Alderaan, obviously.
Yeah. Poor guy.
unfortunately.
Little does he know.
So I remember when we were predicting this, Casey, on our on our podcast, that
Excuse me.
the order of going to Jeddah and then going to Edu, I had wrong. For some reason, I felt like they were going to go to Edu first.
Well,
But-
the way the trailer was cut together, it almost, for me, it seemed like Baze was from Edu.
Yes. Yeah, because the
Just
way he said, they stole our homes, and then he's
I
there.
fight the Empire now. And
Yeah.
They was saying that.
Does he even say that line in
He
this?
doesn't say
He
it.
doesn't say that line. Jeez.
Pretty much that whole trailer never happened. in the
You're
movie.
right. It did not happen.
Pretty much, man. That's weird.
It did not
Be
happen.
loud here for a second.
It is not. It is not canon.
There we got it.
It is not canon.
Yeah.
So things that happen in trailers are not canon.
Well, it didn't happen
No.
in the movie.
Didn't happen in the movie.
Yeah.
This is the canon part.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of a big deal.
So all the Jar Jar scenes in the trailers, they didn't happen.
Oh,
No.
What?
They call it the Death Star.
The Death Star.
Oh.
You're wrong about my father.
Do you think? I mean, do you think we should have got more time with her and Galen, like a more of a reunion?
See, I was actually just thinking that. Like, I think, I was surprised that they actually killed him the same scene that we got him.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree.
felt like they were going to rescue him, and then maybe he does something and dies later or something like that, or I don't know.
I mean, it makes it more
Well,
tragic, but
Did he overhear the conversation? I mean, he was getting ready to snipe him until something happened, right?
Well, he ended up not sniping. Yeah, he
Yeah,
just
because-
paused. He just felt like he didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
I thought something happened to interrupt that.
No,
No?
that was his kind of character moment
Yeah.
where he decides,
Okay.
and then all of a sudden he saw Jin
Gotcha.
Yeah.
running up there. But he decided not to. He went against his judgment. But
Need some work for your lines.
I didn't like pretzels. We
I
ate
know,
a
right?
whole bag of them.
yep. A lot of carbs.
Get the plans.
I can't risk something. We're in the heart of the real thing.
She always got a look on her face like she's just about to ball
it is
her
pretty.
eyes out.
It is pretty.
You can tell them himself.
I guess I don't know how you say. I guess it's kind of amazing how. I mean, you're talking about a woman literally just taken out of prison,
Yeah.
and she's basically leading a rebellion.
Yeah, no,
you know what I
like,
mean?
Too much Star Wars.
Not like
man.
any of these guys are doing it. You know.
Mhm.
In fact, they're all against attacking Scarif later, and
Yeah.
she's the one that's like pushing it.
We just rescued like 2 days ago. I hated the rebellion.
Edu.
No, it was hurricanes or something. It was storm.
Kind of looks like
Cyclones.
Camino a little bit,
A bit,
but,
yeah.
but no water. Just
Fire
rain.
Storm. Yeah.
I do gotta say that we're watching the Blu-ray, and actually, I can completely tell this looks way better than the digital copy that I usually watch on
Yeah.
like
Absolutely.
Vudu or Disney.
I want them to release these movies in 4K. So
I think
can
we- I
watch
think-
them in my 4K Blu-ray
I think
on my
we-
4K TV.
Yes, I think they will.
I would buy every single one of them again.
I would too. I think they will.
I see. I haven't bought a 4K Blu-ray because they don't have 4K Star Wars movies yet.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought they were gonna. For some reason, I thought they were gonna make some kind of announcement with the 40th anniversary that they were working on a 4K. There's rumors that they're working on 4K release of
Yeah.
4, 5, and 6.
I would buy every single special edition 4K that they put out.
No,
I
I'm
don't care
with
what
you.
Anthony says. I can tell. I can tell when there's 4K
Yeah.
and when there's not.
Yeah.
He says you can't.
He says you can't. He says it's scientifically proven.
4K versus 1080.
Talk to him tomorrow.
Oh my
Go
gosh!
ask
yeah,
him.
That's clear. Oh yeah, scientific. Yeah.
Yeah, scientifically proven.
You know, he was just on episode 3.
Yeah.
Anthony.
Amazing. None of them have any injuries. That's a horrible crash.
That was a horrible crash. It seems like every time they crash.
Yeah. Well, just
Nothing's
does it
wrong.
off.
Do you think the shields help of a
Yes.
ship?
Man, I don't think so because shields only help with like electrical stuff,
Really?
right? Don't you
I
think?
guess. I don't know.
Because when they're going through asteroid fields, they hit asteroids.
Like energy,
Oh, true.
Even when their lasers are
Deflection.
bouncing off of them.
True. But like in episode 7, remember when the Falcon crashes on Star Killer Base? It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, that thing like crashes.
Man, it's a pretty
It
tough
reminded
ship.
me of like Star Trek when the Enterprise passed or crashed into the Earth, uprooting trees and
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, that
The Enterprise gets destroyed in every Star Trek movie.
there's like 30 of them. Well, those guys can't drive; they're all idiots.
Yeah. Yeah. So, obviously they're on Edu and they're trying to. She knows that he's there, right? She knows
That's
that
what
he's
they believe.
there.
Yeah, yeah. That's
So she doesn't know why
Basically-
they're there.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
She thinks they're there to rescue him when actually
And it just so happens
he's got his sniper rifle out.
it just so happens Krennic's on his way to the same place. But
Yeah, just happens
I remember
Krennic's always
this.
behind.
I'm glad they had in this scene though from the trailer. Still, I'm glad that they had the X-wings coming and all that
Yeah.
stuff like that. Is just so like this. Oh man, it's so awesome.
It's that guy helping.
Those are the marshallers. They're marshalling the jets out.
Scramble the jets.
So you have to get caught up on at least Rebels
Yeah.
because this next season of Rebels, they discover they're starting. They land on Yavin and start establishing the base.
Okay, I'll make a deal with you.
More X-wings and everything.
What deal
I will watch at least 3 episodes a week.
of Rebels?
Yes.
Okay.
And
Do you
then
need I have Blu-rays of it if you need.
I've got them.
Oh yeah, you got them on. You got
I've got them. I
yeah,
bought
you
them.
got them. You got well, they're on Netflix too. I think it's on Netflix.
Canadian
right?
Netflix or something like that.
Canadian? No, it's on.
That's
It's not on
Rebels.
Netflix.
Rebels isn't. No, you
Oh.
have like a VPN to navigate around
Oh,
to
dang.
get to some other countries' Netflix.
Is that legal?
I guess so. It's like a paid service.
Huh.
None of us do that here.
Nope.
No,
No.
I really don't.
No, none of us do that here.
I do. My name's Corey Cooley.
Now, that would take me about an hour to go up that ladder.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
Not
like
out of breath at all.
500 feet or something. You know, it's
Yeah,
like,
that guy just had an octopus all over him like 45 minutes ago, and he could barely remember his name. Now he's like a triathlete.
yeah.
Patience, my friend.
Yeah, like I mean, look at how slow she. Look at that. That's
Yeah. That's a lot. That's a
a
climb.
long way.
It's all
This
wet.
this is also kind of a dark moment coming up too, where he just shoots all these guys, all these
Oh,
engineers.
totally. Yeah, absolutely. Now, so a little bit background, if you don't know either, just from Catalyst. So those guys there are the scientists that built the weapon part of the Death Star,
Yeah.
right? So Galen was, Krennic is commissioned to oversee the entire construction. Galen was in charge of the weapons part of it. So at some point,
He was just in charge of supplying the energy source for the weapon, right?
Figuring out how to
he's-
figuring out how to-
yeah.
But he didn't know that he was designing an energy source for a weapon, right? He thought he was designing an energy
Well,
source,
he didn't at first.
like a sustainable. What?
Wait, yeah, at
It was
first
in-
that's
it was
why
in the
that's why
book
he
that I read.
retreated. That's why he retreated because he found out kind of.
yeah, he wasn't going to use it for a weapon.
Yeah.
He wasn't going
But,
to finish
right.
building it for
But
the
they
weapon.
the whole time though, Krennic knew that they wanted to make a super weapon that could destroy planets. They just didn't know how to do it.
Okay.
And that's what Galen was brought on to do.
Yeah. So as soon as he kind of figured out how to harness the energy of a kyber crystal, is
Yeah.
when he kind of went in hiding, and he figured he can get some other people to finish it, but they could never figure it out. So that's why he went back and
Yeah.
eventually found out he was hiding out on.
And also, and another thing we kind of failed to mention when he was talking to Jen in that hologram was, he also, I mean, am I wrong? Like, he also kind of had a hand in reason why it still took almost 19 years to finish it.
Correct.
He kind of made it, made it slow progress throughout,
Yes.
and I guess
He
felt
kept stalling it,
Yeah,
stalling
he
it.
couldn't do it much longer. This is good. Gosh, so good. So yeah, he's about
Yeah.
to have his little moment of conscience here.
Yeah.
I think he's already had it. He had him in his sights, clean shot,
Yeah, yeah.
before any of that happened.
Come here, real quick.
Right now, there it is, right there.
Smack you in the face.
Kid kill him right then.
Yeah. Should be shaking the gun. Can't do it.
Yeah.
What have I become?
Good job, Kazing. Good job.
Can't
Good
look at
choice.
myself anymore.
Um,
Oh. Backhand slap.
didn't you see that
The
coming?
pimp hand.
Would you get a Death Trooper outfit?
Would I?
Yeah.
Absolutely. If I could find a place that actually made them,
Oh, there's online places
man,
that make them.
I've looked, but I would definitely get one.
I'll find one for you.
Okay.
I'll find one for you. But yeah, it's really interesting in that book how they, especially on Coruscant, because that's where a lot of his research was happening,
Yeah.
at least in the book. All those the different levels, you learn so much more about Coruscant. There's, like you said, and several times, there's just parts of the planet that is still actually exposed that you read about. It's pretty great. It's pretty good. Now, I think that's the one that was written by James Luceno, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Phenomenal novel.
That's one of the best.
But as the fighters are coming in now. So this is real. I remember trailer wise, this was so incredible to see. X-wings flying around again. That's awesome.
Sorry.
And is there Y-wings too, or is it just
Just
X-wings?
X-Wings, I think. Nope. Is that a Y-Wing?
No,
That was a Y-Wing.
that was
right
an
there.
X-wing.
That was an X-wing.
Yeah,
Looking
it had
down
the. Yeah, I think it's just X. No, I think just Y-wings. I think there's bombers too.
We'll see.
Now we've seen Y-wings in. Did we see Y-wings in Rebels?
Yep.
Yeah, we haven't seen X-wings yet.
Correct. Yeah, Y-Wings. They had that ion cannon.
Boom.
So did he hear his daughter just yell right then?
There's
Wait, there's a Y-wing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He caught him really quick. Caught her side of her really quick before
There's
he got
another
blown up.
Y-wing.
But surely he couldn't have thought, no way, that's my daughter. I mean, because it's been what, 15 years, right? No, more than that, right? No, it was about 15 years, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And you say I haven't seen her in 15 years.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. Because Jen is a little. I think they've established that Jen she's about 2 years older than
About 21.
the Skywalker twins.
Yeah. Yes.
That's
His
crazy.
light bow. That's nuts.
And then it hits the gun.
Yeah. Perfect.
That's awesome.
See,
Totally planned it
he
that way.
used the Force
he
to
had
do
to
that.
use the Force right there,
I
right?
think he listened to the Force.
Oh my god!
I think the Force told him where to shoot. He would use the Force if he made it crash like Star Killer and made it like.
If I told you to buy stock in something and you did it, would you be using my advice?
But don't you said?
Using advice?
But didn't you? But Luke used the Force to send the torpedoes down the exhaust. Don't you think?
Yeah, he turned off.
He
his
said
computer.
use the Force,
Yes.
Luke,
We just need a clear definition of it.
right? I think he
We
did.
need a clear definition.
Tweet that one guy. Pablo.
Pablo. I'll do
Pablo
Pablo's.
Hidalgo.
Ask him.
Pablo. I'll ask Pablo. What's the question? What's the difference between a force sensitive and a force user?
Is there a difference between force sensitive, force user, and if he responds to that, basically be like, well, why? I mean, unless it's talked about in Guardians of the Wills, which I gotta read Guardians of the
I
Wills.
haven't read that yet. Yeah,
Because
sure.
why
Sure.
can't or can a Chirrut or any Guardian become a Jedi?
Yeah.
Have they ever?
I don't know. That's why I should probably read the book before because he may just be like, read Guardians of the Wills. Probably what he'll say.
Yeah, that could be a Pablo response for sure. Yeah.
Has he ever responded to you guys?
Yeah.
Dave. a couple
Really?
times, yeah.
Yeah. I asked him, it's funny because was it before Bloodline? I think it was before I read Bloodline.
Before you read it, yeah, but it's already been out.
But I asked him if Leia in episode 6 when she told Luke about her mother, if she was talking about Padme or actually her foster mother, if she even knew. And he said something like, he responded back like,
It's never kept hidden from her.
it was never kept hidden from her that she was adopted. So she knew she was adopted.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But basically, like,
Oh yeah, Padme
But that
died
answer-
giving birth. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bail never. Yeah, Bail.
But Bale never.
There was-
They eventually told her. They never kept it from her. But I don't know. We don't know how much he told her about her mother. Like
Yeah.
your mother was Padme, a queen, and all this stuff. You know, we
Um,
don't know about that. But
And so basically all the information Pablo said that was in Bloodline. So if we had just read Bloodline, we would know all that.
correct.
See,
Yeah.
that's the ship that just crash landed.
That is not. That's a different ship.
Oh, is it?
Yes,
Oh,
that's an Imperial ship. Because remember they use this to get to Scarif now.
yep. You're right.
The other ship is done. The Ewing.
The Patrick Ewing.
The Patrick Ewing. Nice.
That's what we call it. If I lived
I mean,
in
truly,
Star
for a
Wars.
blind guy, he does get around pretty easily.
Oh yeah.
Like, he's not tripping over himself or anything. He's doing pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good for a blind guy. Man, killed a lot of people.
Now it's destroyed. That whole
Yeah.
installation is destroyed. Millions and millions of tax credits
Oh yeah.
down the drain.
Staring him down.
I like this. Like I remember when we first watched this that first Thursday night, and she confronts him like this. He says exactly what I would have said. So that's why I knew it was.
What does he say?
When she says you can't talk your way out of this, he is, I don't have to.
Yeah.
Like when she said that, I was thinking like he didn't have to. And then he says I don't have to. I'm like, yeah, see, exactly. He doesn't have to. I remember that specifically because I was like, he doesn't. I mean, he's the only one, right? And the only one that was truly part of the rebellion that's in this ship right now.
Yes.
The only one. All these guys. That's a
Of the Rebel
former
Alliance.
pilot.
Yeah.
Guys, guardians of the wills. She's a criminal, basically. I mean, he's the only one actually part of this rebellion. So, I feel like he does a great job explaining himself in this scene,
When you know they're wrong.
where he's like, I've been fighting this since I was a kid.
Well, she says, "So have I," right? Or
No.
she was.
I mean, she's
Part
been
of it.
running. She's been on the run.
And she has been part of it since
Well,
she was born in a sense. Like,
but that's the thing. Well, we don't know because we don't know yet when Saul technically joined the rebellion because I don't think she was part of that yet. Although we do see that one scene shot where
yeah. Like
is
by the
that,
time
is that Forces of Destiny? What is that?
no, it's a comic book.
The comic book.
Yeah,
That's right.
The comic bookization of this. But by the time we see Saul and Rebels, Jin's not. Oh no, Jin has left him by that time.
Right. Well, they had that thing where
This
she.
is actually interesting because I feel like the timeline won't necessarily line up unless Jin is a part of them, but she's just somewhere else. I don't know because in that panel in the comic book of Rogue One, they're at the Yavin 4 like little war room round table. It's Saul and little Jin, Bail and little Leia.
Yes.
So the rebels have been on Yavin for a while though, right?
We'll see.
I think Dondana's group has been on Yavin for a while.
Oh, okay.
So maybe that does make sense.
That would make more sense.
I
That's true.
gotta read that comic. Maybe they talk about it.
What
Yeah.
comic is that? Is that the one that came out today? No, you're saying it's a Rogue One.
It's the Rogue
one.
One comic.
Oh, I have that. I need to read that.
Pretty sure it's in
Yeah,
there.
I just never.
I've
read
told
it.
you. I think that's a little over the top.
This right here.
Yeah.
What?
A lava waterfall going into a giant
Mustafar.
temple.
Yeah, it's Mustafar. This is Mustafar.
But yeah, why isn't it burning the place? Why isn't it melting? I don't know.
Yeah,
I was so ready for this reveal.
I know.
Who is the guy? Oh, wait, who's that guy? That's basically how it went
That's
down.
the big question I have: is who's that guy?
So the Imperial Guards, right? Those red
Imperial
guys.
Guards.
Why don't we ever see those guys fight or do anything?
I know.
Aren't they supposed to be like the
they're-
best of the best?
They are.
Yeah, they do nothing.
Now he's what's called a acolyte, right? Is he a Sith acolyte or something like that? Or
Basically, Vader acolyte. Yeah.
yeah. Now I'm telling you, I wanted Hayden Christensen in that tank.
Yeah, me too, man. I was so ready for it.
I did. I wanted Hayden Christensen in that tank.
Okay. No,
I wonder why they didn't have him in there. I mean, the timelines were fine. He's not aged that much.
Yeah,
Right.
Makeup could obscure a lot. Prosthetics. Now, they try. I think like Story Group, Lucasfilm, they try to make these movies as if it's the first time it's the first Star Wars movie you made, or like basically with the context of all the previous ones, not the later ones. So right now, I mean, we've seen Vader in Revenge of the Sith, but this is like somewhat of a new introduction to Vader.
The first time you would see him.
Now, do you think that this is a better introduction of Vader than in A New Hope? Because before, that was always the introduction. And people were, from the original generation, always said that they were terrified of that guy.
Well, I would say, in all honesty, the better introduction would have been the end of this movie.
That
I was
the first
just
time?
thinking that.
That was the first time you saw him in
That
this
was
movie?
yes. And I think you would be okay with that. I think you could get away with that.
But having seen all the movies and then seeing the end of this one, knowing who he was and waiting for him to be the badass you want him to be, I think that is better at the end of this movie than at the beginning of the next
True.
one, knowing what I know now. But if I didn't know any of that, I would have been fine with it,
But
Yeah.
you mean knowing what you know, if you were just introduced to Star Wars 1, 2, and 3,
And then I
saw this Vader and then saw this movie, would have been more of an impact to actually just see him light his lightsaber at the end, or actually see this scene first.
This scene is just, I don't know, weird guy in a mask kind of walks out. But you don't really know how awesome he is until the end of this movie where he just
Right.
is choke slamming people and just pulling weapons out.
Well, see,
And
that's
everybody is just freaking out.
Yeah.
They're going insane. They don't know what this thing is. I mean,
that's even a crazier scene of Vader than I feel like even the originals. Vader never did anything like that in the originals. So this movie in general definitely is a better introduction of Vader than A New Hope. But I think though this scene is a better introduction of Vader than his introduction in A New Hope.
fight scenes have also come a long way since the
Yeah.
originals. You can do a
Oh,
lot more
gosh.
with a lot
Yeah.
less and just the ropes. I mean, just
Yeah.
so had that been
Scary
available
here.
back then, maybe
Yeah.
we would have seen some badass
Probably.
Vader
Yeah,
fight
probably.
scenes.
That was pretty cool. I mean, pretty scary.
There's a
him
space
coming out.
monkey.
There it was.
But we were
One of
talking.
the best lines in this scene right here.
But we were talking before we recorded, Jeb, about Vader at the end, and people gotta kind of understand that, in that scene, and we'll point it out when it gets there, when those rebels first see him, they don't know who he is.
Exactly.
Like, they're shocked. They're like, what the heck is going on here?
Yeah.
Because no one knows about Vader, really.
Not
I mean,
really. Some of them probably did. There's like reading the Battlefront novel. There were rumors.
Right, okay,
about
yeah,
him.
exactly.
Like, I've heard about this Vader guy.
But that's after.
That's after all
after
this.
this.
So his reputation is more announced.
Correct, yeah. So
So everything they've heard is just become true, and it's way worse than they could have imagined.
Exactly.
And it's killed 5 of their buddies instantly.
Some of them probably have heard.
none
about
of
this.
our bullets, none of our lasers are getting through. It's like,
No.
Yeah, and so
but the lightsaber, it's like a lightsaber is a myth. They don't even know.
have all these people that are handing off this ship with the information on it, have they been briefed on how important this is? Because they're treating it like they know what it is. Like the most common, like the dudes that are gonna die.
I think they
like,
know.
Do they know what that is?
Yes, I think they
So
know
that's
that
why
the
they're
transmission came from Scarif, and that they know that it's very sensitive material about this battle station. I mean, that's now how important it is. I don't know, but they know that they have
But
to get
they're
it.
treating it as if like it, no matter what, it has to get off.
Has to get off.
Everybody's gonna die. We know that, but take this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for that door, the guy would have made it.
Yeah, no.
Man, I love it how the lightsaber just in the door just
Yeah,
opens
it
up,
opens
and cuts
up.
itself in two.
Yes.
One of the guys in the crowd here, just one of the best lines. You don't see him, but you hear in the background just shout, "What is she proposing?"
Yes.
It's the
Yeah.
funniest thing.
That was a good opportunity right there, though, that I feel like to just throw some fan service.
A little Kanan somewhere, a little Hera.
Maybe a Hera, or maybe even like, well, you could have put 3PO in there. You know, you could have put.
Just have a Twilight right now. I'll have a Twilight walk, or
Yeah,
walk past.
exactly. Well, there's where you hear
Yeah, you hear
Captain
Syndulla.
General. I think it's General Syndulla,
General,
right?
right,
She's
sorry.
General Syndulla, yeah. Which is from Rebels. They say her name over the comm there.
So please report to command or something like that. I didn't hear it, but
But even Akbar, like where's Akbar this whole time? You know,
Yeah.
I mean, he's admiral because that guy ends up getting
I
killed
think so.
because his
Seems
ship
like it.
doesn't. I mean, he gets boarded or he gets captured
Yeah.
or something. But
I don't see Home One at all.
Is this Radis? Is
Admiral
it
Radis.
Radis,
Yep.
yeah.
Like to volunteer.
White.
That was a pretty
White's
cool
calling
scene. This is a really good scene. I
Yeah.
the way he describes it all and talks about these guys behind him, it's really, really good. Yeah, actually, the Space Monkey's. No, that's not the Space Monkey. That's something
Pal.
else. Pal?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Can't remember
Or
the
Space
Space
Monkey
Monkey's Bastan. Is that his name? Bastan? I can't
Maybe.
remember. So many Star Wars names.
Probably going to rewatch this after you guys leave after this.
The whole movie.
Yeah. It's really good. Really, really good. Because we'll talk about when the credits come out where this ranks in
Yep.
in your with your other movies, Jeb. So
Okay.
be thinking about that.
I know
All
where it
eight.
ranks.
Your order. Well, I want you to reveal your whole order of all 8 films. 8 films.
8.
8 Star Wars films.
He's
There's
such
only
a fun
5.
character. What?
What?
I don't count 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, right. He's one of those guys. Okay, now we're getting
Another good
ready to go for the Battle of Scarif.
Cassian said I don't. Wasn't Cassian said I have to.
Yeah.
Who? Oh, that's good. Those guys are not even hustling in the background. They're about to go to war.
Ghost is gone.
Oh gosh.
Now, I will say, coming back to I'm one of those guys, the trailers that you cut together, if the movies were as good as those, I'd be a fan. Like, I watched
Thanks.
those trailers again, and I got hyped up, and then I realized, like, well, I'll watch the movie. I'd rather watch the trailer 20 times.
Yeah. Obviously, I haven't. We're recording this before I cut the trailer for this, but I'm really excited. I was really excited to cut this trailer because I'm just not familiar with the Rogue One as much as I am with the other movies. You know, being the most recent one, but.
It's another absurd line coming.
I felt
up
like
here.
this was a little. I feel like
In
the
your
way they
face.
showed this was a little forced.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's such an absurd delivery of the line where Rogue One.
Yeah.
There is no Rogue One. It's just so he's just disgusted. Like what? Let's see.
Rogue One. Yeah.
There is no Rogue One. Who is this?
So I guess that's where Rogue Squadron came from.
I don't know.
You don't think? So? I mean, it has to be
I guess so.
because they would have had Rogue One. Someone would have been Rogue One, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're not Rogue One. Rogue
Yeah.
One's
Yeah.
Wedge
Yeah.
or something. You know, it's like,
Is this Captain Antilles?
yeah, Rogue.
What is that guy's job that's just sitting on the tower in all these
He's
scenes?
actually
I don't know.
He's actually been stuck there for 5 years. Never forgot about him.
Yeah.
He has a way of
He
talking.
cannot get down.
Yeah, so he just pretends he's, radar gun every ship that passes.
They got
flagging him
satellite
down.
dishes and radar and everything else.
Yeah.
And we got a guy with some binoculars
Yeah.
up in a tower next to a tree.
He's dude's nephew. Just give him a job, make him happy. Just put him up in that tower.
He's probably the intern.
Doesn't bother anybody. Breaks everything he touches. Just put him up there. That's what we need at post time. We just need a big tall tower.
So again, we talked about this. What did you say?
So we could put a couple people there.
Now we talked about this on the show, but right there when Mon Mothma brings up, what about your friend the Jedi?
Yeah. That's a big scene.
Well, we know about Rebels, and she knows about Kanan and Ezra.
She knows those Jedi.
So where are they? What has happened to them?
She didn't refer to them.
No.
Been like, what about your Jedi friend? No, the other Jedis.
I think to me, that's a little bit of, unfortunately, a foreshadowing of what's going to
Yeah.
happen to Rebels.
Yeah, they're not going to
They
be part of
might-
the equation anymore. No, but still, thought to be dead,
Yep.
or they literally distance themselves and just don't become part of the fight anymore. I don't know, but you'd still think that they'd be like, we should reach back out to Kanan and Ezra. if they're
Yes.
out
I mean,
there.
Ahsoka's still alive, right?
We don't know.
That's unfortunately not official.
Unfortunately, we don't know. But this is the last season of Rebels coming up, so we will have a lot of questions answered
Yeah.
probably leading up to Rogue One. I mean, I think it's going to get close.
I think
it's going to get
definitely
it's going to
will.
get pretty close.
I mean, we're still about 2 years away. I think is what they said. I think it's like
I
at
think
the
so.
end of season 3 was 2 years away.
Oh yeah. That's okay. So
who knows what the time jump is like between
Yeah.
3 and 4 and how long 4 lasts.
right.
We shall see.
I'll tell the others.
There is no
I just it's just nice to get episode 7 was, a lot of people argued, just kind of a repeat of a story.
Yeah.
This was a very good original film. That
What
this movie. Yeah,
Again, it's still it's about the Death Star again.
it is.
Which no one talked about that. I feel like, but we've had 4 films that all revolve around a Death Star type of war machine. So, but I agree. This is it's very creative and original of taking that one sentence from the crawl and make it into a movie. That's pretty brilliant.
Yes, pretty brilliant.
Because you could, I feel like, do something like that with like something before Phantom Menace. Like something that leads right up to Phantom Menace or
Do you think there's going to be an even bigger Death Star in Episode 8?
even bigger. It's
I don't know.
It's
I
the
don't
size
think
of the sun.
Sarah used to say one fighter with
I do think that.
nothing left to lose can take the day.
I mean, it's pretty confirmed, right? Like this wasn't like this fully came from John Knoll. Like there was no like Lucas notes
This is
that
John
said
Knoll's
like this
idea.
is how it could have happened. And that's pretty impressive to actually
On and on.
be able to design and come up with a story that's so intricate, interwoven into what happens in Episode 4
Yeah.
and leads in Episode 4 without coming from George Lucas.
You think they wrote it backwards?
That'd be pretty cool.
I mean,
That's
like
possible.
lay the scenes out backwards.
It's possible. It's definitely possible.
That's in my mind. That's how I would have to do it to kind of figure out. Okay, so this is where they hand the card off, so we have to design a scene to get it there.
Yeah.
Then how'd they get to this point,
Yeah.
and then move on back. It's just like you're saying, it's so interwoven. I feel like that'd be the only way to start is from the end and go to the beginning.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. That'd be a
That's the
crazy
way I would do
process.
You think there was any talks into keeping any of these guys alive?
Yeah,
I'm sure there were talks,
I feel like I read somewhere that there were.
but they'd have to figure out. Where were they? Where are they now?
Yeah,
Where'd
exactly.
they go?
But I
just
think
kill 'em.
Gareth Edwards had an ending in mind of them surviving because he didn't think Disney would be okay with killing off every single character. But then Kathleen Kennedy, they're like, yeah, that's fine. You know, that's good. It's original. It's different. And like you said, it explains why they're not in any of the other movies.
Ready?
Yeah, because I mean, obviously the people in the Starfighters survived because
Yeah.
we see Gold Leader,
Yeah.
Red Leader. They're all part of Episode 4. But everybody on the ground, I think everybody on the ground dies. Obviously, right? None of them make it out.
Blue Squadron's dead. All
Yeah,
bites the dust in this.
and every one of these guys dies.
Sneaky. Crank's always right behind him, like on accident.
Yeah. And do they intentionally always fly right next to the
Yeah.
Death Star bridge?
You get all this
It's like
space.
you have all of that.
You know, I've been in the military for a long time, and that would never happen. That guy flying that ship would have his. He'd have his
Detained.
pilot's license pulled.
Yeah,
Flyby,
right.
You don't do flybys.
I mean,
By the tower. By
Go buzz the
command
tower.
bridge. Yeah.
negative Ghost Rider. The pattern is full. I suddenly want beat ups for some reason.
We should go tomorrow.
I'll go.
I'll go.
Thursday.
Oh shit, I'm going in the afternoon too. I'll go twice. I don't care.
You going in the afternoon too? Oh,
I go every Thursday,
Oh, right. Yeah, that's okay.
but we missed Tuesday, so
Yeah, I know.
you know I need to search the touch tunes to see if they have any Star Wars music.
Oh,
on
I'm
there.
sure they do. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. No.
Well, I mean, they
Imperial
have-
March. You gotta have Imperial March.
They have the theme to Top Gun. Not
The
the.
entire soundtrack almost.
They do. I'm gonna find it.
People eating their Buffalo Wild Wings. They're like, what the heck is going on? Huh? Very clever.
What? I have a bad feeling.
Yeah. Had a bad. Very
So,
referential to Thin Red Line.
yes, really cool to see palm trees in Star Wars. I don't think we've
Yeah.
ever seen palm trees in Star Wars. Where did they actually shoot this? Did we know?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
It was
know
one of the
either.
first things they shot. I feel like one of the first images I remember
Yeah.
being released was.
Yeah,
the
the first
beach.
thing that I saw
In the
that
water,
I can remember
right?
was stormtroopers coming out of the water, marching
Yes, that's
at
right.
the camera.
That's right. Now, that looks very similar to Kylo Ren's, isn't it?
It does.
Kylo Ren ship.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah. But black.
Even more black.
Even more black. Does it come in black? See, I thought from the trailer, for some reason, I thought this was the Death Star.
Yeah, me too.
I thought they were on the Death Star.
Yep. I think again one of the maybe the earlier stories. I think Jim was supposed to be taken up into a Death Star, maybe a Star Destroyer, and I think Vader was going to kill her there or something
yeah.
like that. No, but
See, now I will say, just in case I forget, I will say that I originally predicted that Vader, like that hallway at the end when he's with all those rebels, like it would be all of them that he was
Yeah.
wiping out.
Oh, you thought he was
Like
going to
they
kill
made it,
all
like
the
they
characters,
made it to a ship,
and he took them all out.
And
God,
because-
that would have been way better.
right?
way darker probably.
And
yeah.
darker,
Yes.
Absolutely.
They each get a custom death.
Yeah.
Because they would have all been like firing at him and stuff like that, and he would have like force choked one of them and then
Think of
struck.
Cheerroot going up against him. Wonder how that would have
Well, yeah, exactly, right.
been. Yeah.
Like I had visions of Vader wiping them out when you heard about those rumors that Vader's in this awesome scene, you know. And my thing too was, I take a lot of lines literally, even though Pablo says we shouldn't.
Yeah. Exactly.
But you know, like in Episode 4, when Vader sees Leia, right? What does he say? He says, "Several transmissions were beamed aboard this ship. I want to know what happened to the plans they sent you." Right. So I kept envisioning before I went and saw this movie, like somehow the plans have to be sent to the Tatooine 4, that ship, not handed to those guys to
Yeah.
run on it. They have to be beamed to that ship somehow. So that's why I envisioned the core group, like Jin and those guys, actually making up onto a Star Destroyer, but then like a flagship, rebel flagship,
Yeah.
and that ship was disabled and not able to leave, so they beamed it to Tantive V4 as Vader's getting on there and killing him. So that's how I thought it was going to end, but end up being still pretty good, obviously. But that's why it was a little weird for me to see the Tantive V4 inside that Rebel ship, and launched out. But so you can kind of conclude it that they beamed to that ship. That's what it kind of meant.
Yeah. And there were several broken up into
transmissions,
several transmissions. So.
Yeah. So
Are we blind?
yeah, I like that. I like that.
Garrison.
Deploy the garrison.
Garrison's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's pretty much all of them. He said that's
Why are you guys standing around? Who are you?
shore troopers.
I think I just saw the black astromech
Mouse droid.
droid.
There's a mouse droid, right?
No, the astromech droid, the black Imperial. I think I just saw him behind. I'll have to rewatch it.
Oh, I thought it was a
think
mouse droid.
There was a mouse droid behind him.
Oh,
But at the
did
end of
you
the
see it?
hallway, I think I saw it, and I
Oh.
think they covered him up.
It's like BB something.
or like some
Oh, I can't remember.
C2R2 or something. I don't know. I have to watch it again. Dang it.
Why is he wasn't able? I was thinking with that laser gun, that machine gun. It's like, why isn't he able just to point it there and just knock them all out?
Yeah, bend the door straight.
Didn't he do like 8 stormtroopers at once at one time?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. Anyway.
do you know what's interesting? I mean, you should know, I guess, but I want to see the Death Star go into hyperspace.
Yeah.
It can do that?
Yeah. Yeah, it travels in hyperspace. It has hyperdrives on it. Massive hyperdrives.
If it was scientifically accurate, I feel like that would just really mess up like gravity wells.
I
and just
totally
really
agree.
like just screw with the ecosystem of a planet.
That's the
That
best.
guy's dead.
Dead. Oh, I didn't know if the ghost was in
I
that
don't
shot.
think it
though.
was.
This is where BB-8 though is, or Chopper.
Chopper. Yep.
Chopper comes in right here.
You actually can hear him a little bit too. If you listen.
Right there.
There he is.
Where? Who?
The droid Chopper,
Oh.
who's in Rebels, is in that shot right there.
I need to speak to Admiral Radis.
Hey, it's Rex.
Oh. Jeez, long beard.
Yeah, he shaves it later.
Oh.
I should take a picture of that, send it to
That'd be wild.
Pablo.
Yeah, sorry.
I found Rex.
Found. Confirmed. It's Rex. So
This
we
is
got
like
about
this
30
is a
minutes
battle.
left
Though.
of
This
the
is a
movie.
battle.
Coming
Yeah.
up. And it's, here to the end, it's a battle.
It's all battles.
fighting.
Yeah, it's all fighting.
Yeah, this is my favorite part of the
war.
movie.
He has a blue leader. Is a blue leader? I really like him.
Yeah.
Ends up
Again, like it
unfortunately.
stinks that we only get one movie with these guys. And
Yeah.
So the ground crew that you see waving the wands around and holding the up finger, that's accurate for what, some units do, like in the Air Force.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're actually doing like legitimate motions, like
Nice.
starting your engines and marshaling them out.
so, is there still confusion about C3PO and R2D2's placement
Well,
here, like in regards to where
technically,
it should
that guy come out and say that Admiral Radis is going to head to Scarif?
be? Yeah.
Is heading to Scarif because that's where the.
Yeah, he's rerouting or something like that. He's
So
going
at
back
some
to- going
point
back
right
to his ship
now,
or something.
at some point right now, R2 and 3PO are going to get on the Tantive V4,
Yeah, like right now they should be doing it.
and they're going to meet up before the fleet actually comes here.
Yeah.
That's the theory.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Right hand. Yeah, that's a little stretch.
That is a little stretch because you would think that the Tantive V4 would already be there.
Yeah.
Because Bale has already given the mission of her to go to
That
Yeah.
scene is badass.
Kenobi, right?
Oh, that's coming
Oh.
out of
When
the
it
fog.
comes out of the fog and
Yeah.
it goes back in.
Run. Now that's an AT-ST.
AT-ACT.
ACT.
AT-ACT. All-terrain armored cargo.
Cargo transport because it's got the big
Yeah.
sliding doors on the sides. Yeah.
Quickly this thing moves. Let me see what the fuck.
Now, see, there were a little more of those in the trailers
Ghost
too.
right.
Right? There.
There it was.
Yep, there it was.
That's so cool, man. There it is.
And right
again.
There it is. Yeah.
Blue leader standing by.
Blue leader. Oh, that's phenomenal.
That's awesome.
Freaking, oh, that's phenomenal. That's so good.
I was so excited to
Yeah.
see that. Like, I could not believe.
Heart stops. Like, how do they do that?
What'd they do? What were we talking about?
They put the original guys.
So those are original guys from episode 4. They're just
They-
shots from episode 4 they
com-
used in this.
Yeah, they
Like extra
superimposed
takes.
it.
Really?
Yeah.
They'll,
I didn't know that.
They'll come up again. Well,
Yeah, you see it.
like one of the guys who plays Gold Leader, he's still alive. So they brought him in to actually record
Do the voice.
new lines.
Do lines, yeah.
So they did a bunch of extra lines just in case they wanted to do something.
Well,
No.
when they first shot Star Wars, there's just unused scenes.
Yeah,
deleted
extra
scenes.
takes.
But for this movie, they brought back one of those actors to voice additional lines to be used specifically for Rogue One. And like you'll hear it here in a moment. It talks about the shield gate. Oh, yeah, plenty of time to pull up. Oh,
Oh.
this is a cool map on.
Man, I love it when they take that Corvette and just
Yeah,
The
drill that
hammerhead,
thing.
yeah, the hammerhead. I know. See, another thing
It's like,
came
I got an
from
idea.
Rebels.
yeah.
I got an idea.
Even before Rebels came from Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh, right.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Man, that game was awesome.
yep. Oh yeah.
We could transmit the plans to the rebel fleet. We'd have to get a signal up to tell them it's coming.
Transmit the plans. There you go.
Data files, that's the problem. They'll never get through.
You'll never get through. Then why are we going to do it?
Has to take that shield gate down.
Shield gate.
Buddy.
It's always about getting the shields down, right?
Yeah, exactly.
We disable the shields.
Yeah.
Kid,
Yeah.
what do you got? Right?
Sanitation.
We'll use the Force.
Yeah.
That's a really good scene. Though. Yeah. That's not how the Force works. Yeah. That's awesome.
We'll talk about that on commentary. Just for episode 7.
Why couldn't K2, though, why couldn't he just talk himself out of with the stormtroopers? You know, when they first come in.
They just knew.
He's an Imperial droid. It's like,
They
don't know.
just knew. It's in the script. Oh.
yeah.
No.
That's good. See, before, or in the trailer, they're running towards it,
Yeah.
not away from it, right?
Yep. Yeah, hide behind that weak pile
Yeah.
of sand.
I can just come step
Blow
on
you
you.
to smithereens. This is cool. I love how it just like knocks its head over. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh snap!
That's a good feeling.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was that original?
No.
No,
That's,
It's the
blue, that's,
guy-
the new
the
guy.
guys
That's
in
Blue
space.
Leader, right? Is that Blue Leader?
Yeah, it's blue leader.
That's Blue Leader.
I'll point them out when they show them again. This is a lot of confusing directions it gives this guy. I feel like
We just have to get a signal strong enough to get through to them and let them know that we're trapped.
he goes
See,
a lot of steps.
you would
like,
think
slow
with
down,
the
man.
technology in Star Wars also, you would think you wouldn't have to hardwire a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like I was real surprised by he has to actually go out there and hook up. But right,
I guess
I mean, you have a damn hologram in your pocket,
Ghost.
but you got to run a Cat 5 cable to.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what do you mean? You can't just like hotwire yourself into the system and then digitally send it? You know, it's like I don't get that part.
You just got to accept it.
I guess, yeah. They're still behind in some areas, I guess.
It's a long time ago.
It is all time ago.
So
They can fly and do hyperspace, but they can't figure out how to tap into an internet network.
yeah, I don't have Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. Yeah, what's Wi-Fi?
Wait, sorry,
Blue Leader's gonna.
I'm
make
actually
a
really
hotspot.
glad.
Hotspot, yeah.
I'm actually really glad they don't have like teleportation ability like in Star Trek.
Yeah.
Like I like the fact that they don't have that.
There it's Space Monkey.
There
Oh.
it is. He is shooting a bit. Little bit.
Not the same like
No,
he's
but
like
that-
laughing.
Like
yeah.
he's laughing.
Yeah, that reminds me of that one
Great.
movie. Not Full Metal Jacket, but Platoon.
Oh,
Dude,
right.
yeah.
Ooh, it's a lot.
It's like our Unity room. Just so
That's how I
many
feel
hard
like
drives.
But again, it's like
So-
yeah.
so
Again, it's
find
like
hard
in
drive.
Star Wars. Again, it's like they still have physical hard disks to store something. It's like, don't they have a cloud system?
Yeah. Just log in from a computer station.
Then they can't. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. That's. I'm not complaining by any means, but
It's just funny.
It's just funny.
You know, you got hand controls to get in there and find your hard disk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
is that? Just
Why can't I put on goggles and
press-
virtually just grab something?
Yeah.
You know?
1421, and it goes to just pulls
Yeah.
your deal out.
Exactly.
Oh, so that's why you couldn't.
Uh,
Yeah. There you go. They thought about it.
I'll
Love
throw
it.
you onto him. Throw you onto him. Throw you over there onto that guy.
and he gets shot.
Quick turnaround. Man. Nice.
Ugh.
Poor guy.
I think that's the only time a stormtrooper hits something.
I know, right? Right in his back. Too.
Man, when I used to play X-Wing versus TIE Fighter on like PC, like
Yeah.
in the 90s,
Yeah.
like you hit those little balls,
There's
the
that.
shield.
That's original. guy.
Okay. You hit the shield generators with those little balls on top of the
Yeah.
Star Destroyers, and that's how you would kill them.
Yeah. So that also that
oh,
previous shot of
X-wings.
the guy, what's
Yeah.
John Ollivander or something like that. I can't remember his name. Of Gold Eater. It starts off with the unused footage, but then
Ghost.
as soon as it cuts away, it's new dialogue. Actually, they transitioned because he's talking about the shield gate.
Ah.
So he almost voiced over his own line.
Right, that's
and then
right,
As soon as
yeah.
it cuts away, they were able to have him say something new. It's just clever, man. It's just so clever. Yeah, exactly. Just I don't know what that means. Master switch, like a flip switch, a button. What?
Yeah, I mean, how does he know what
Is it
like
labeled?
Oh, he would know, guys, just because he's Imperial. Is that why
Yeah.
he would know what it looks
Yeah.
like? I guess.
Yeah.
I do like this part where they jump out. It's like for Jedi, right?
Yep.
That's interesting.
He must have been from Jedi. Oh boy.
You're wasting your proton torpedoes.
How much more can that thing take?
And I really love how Red 5.
That's original.
That's original. Yeah.
Can't even tell, man.
know.
That's
I know,
awesome.
right? Red
This
5.
guy's all over the place though. He's not going to survive.
Man, I'd be so awesome to be that actor in there, but
That
then
Red
like
5?
you're gonna die. You're
Yeah.
not gonna ever be in.
So wait, I'm playing Red 5? Wait.
Yes,
I'm not
that's
Luke
awesome.
Skywalker?
Red
What?
5.
That's why he would never say, "I'm going down." Remember when he
Yes,
said that?
No, the-
totally. Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
Snap.
when you talk to him.
Greg Grunberg. Yeah,
Going down, I'm hit.
yeah. Quick side story. When we talked to Greg Grunberg, he said the second unit director, it wasn't JJ, second unit director was directing him in his X-wing, and he kept saying, "Okay, now you got to do these lines where you're gonna go down." He's like, "I'm not doing them. Not doing any of those lines." Like, no, you have to say like, "Oh," or he's like, "I'm not doing them." So then they called JJ over.
And JJ's like, "He's not
JJ's
doing
like,
it."
"Greg, what's going on?" He's like, "I'm not doing it, Jay. I'm not saying it." You're not gonna say him. He's not gonna say him. So he survives,
Yeah.
and he's in episode 8, right? Is he in episode
I
8?
hope
is.
so, man.
Yeah.
I like that guy. Is super nice.
Yes, he
Love-
was.
Love hanging out with him.
He was great. Yeah.
We never did anything with that drone scene with him. We got to put that out somewhere.
I know. We should.
I'll dig it up tomorrow. We'll
All
put
right,
it out.
Put it out. Put it out.
We
Rick
have that
Grunberg.
interview. Is that story on the interview that we put out on our website, our YouTube page?
The what?
The story that you just said with our interview with Greg Grunberg.
It's in our interview with him online.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's not on our YouTube channel. It's on our old.
Yeah, but you can go to our
But you-
website and find it
You can go on our website. It's on there.
on the video
Correct.
page.
Or it's in our podcast as well.
Yep.
So
You know that Derek could track that, and Dave could put some 3D in that with him, like he's actually swinging that at something.
at something totally. Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Unearth
what
it
I'm doing
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Jeff. Yeah.
Oh, it's chipping them away.
Oh man.
It's a
So he's the first one to go down of the
Climb.
group, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Climb.
K2. Yeah.
Goodbye.
If they open the shield gate, you can broadcast from the tower. Locking
Yeah. That's pretty emotional.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh, that's so it's tragic. I just knew, like, when I first saw that, I'm like, oh, here we go. They're all gonna start dying now.
Yep,
One
that's
after
right.
another, and I just have to accept
Yeah,
it.
you knew right. I feel like you knew right away that okay, if they're gonna kill the droid,
Yeah.
they're gonna kill everybody.
Yeah, everybody's gonna die.
No one's surviving. Yeah. So, besides Vader, were you expecting a lightsaber at all from anybody?
I wasn't actually.
Well,
Besides
when I
Vader.
read the book and I knew that they were dealing with the crystals that go into lightsabers, I was expecting something, some form of,
Yeah.
a lightsaber. But no, I wasn't really expecting anything other than Vader, to be of any significance.
Definitely no lightsaber fight. I was not expecting.
No, but I will tell you that I thought for a few minutes that when Chirrut
Yeah.
was about to walk out for that master switch, that his staff was going to be a lightsaber.
Starts like assembling it.
Yeah, I had that one feeling that he was going to light it and just block some shots as he goes and turns that on.
Yeah.
That's the only time I ever thought we would see one. Yeah, but didn't happen that way. I was upset that guy.
Yeah. That
Oh.
stinks.
That scene right there, I thought that's what more of the movie was going to be like.
Yes,
When they were
and it
running-
should've- and I felt like that shot should have been more, a little bit more.
Yeah.
That's it.
A little bit more. I know. That's it. Although some of these start going down.
No. Took out some
So
stormtroopers.
there's some more of it. Yeah, like
A little bit more.
that type of stuff right there.
Exactly.
This is pretty
That's cool.
awesome with the friggin' Death Troopers, man. This-
Well, SEAL
Now-
Team 6 is here.
Now it's over. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Base takes them all out pretty much.
Yeah, and obviously what we know or don't know, that's the only squad of Death Troopers. Like,
Pretty much.
I mean, as far as we know, that's it.
Thrawn had a couple, but that's it.
He did. Yeah, you're right. Actually, he did. You're right. Yeah. And I don't remember in the Thrawn book.
These two guys could have come from that, though.
Yeah, right.
They could have come from that.
Because in the Thrawn book, I don't recall ever hearing about
Yeah.
Death Troopers or anything in that, which is an awesome read. Everybody needs to read that Thrawn book. It's so good.
It's just obnoxious sounds.
Actually, I don't think I ever realized that.
I
until you
always
just pointed that out.
know. It just stands out to me so much.
It will now for me. Thank you.
Like, it reminds me of Star Trek music.
It
Honestly.
sounds like Jaws almost.
Yeah.
There's the master switch.
Oh.
Is that it? I see a switch.
Yeah.
I think it's
guy.
that giant handle.
Yeah.
My cape flowing enough? Good.
Oh, I didn't notice actually. He can see that down there. I didn't notice that shot. Did you see that shot?
Oh, snap. Oh, man, it looks like a hard drive, too. Like, it looks like it has
It
that.
does. It looks like a hard disk. Exactly.
Oh.
This right here. See, I thought right here. I was like,
Yeah.
he's gonna get a lightsaber out. He's gonna block all these. Like right there. See
Yeah,
that? I'm like,
looks like it
oh
does.
man, it's like a night. But
Nice. Got it.
I remember watching the live stream of the panel for this movie,
Yeah.
yeah,
and that guy right there talking about something he shouldn't have.
Oh, Baze.
Yeah.
This guy.
And
guy dead.
I'm
that's
not.
about the death or death,
someone
right?
dying.
Yeah.
With
Yeah,
this,
and
with this guy dead.
I'm not the biggest Star Wars. I love it. Buy all the toys. I don't know as much as you guys do, but I was like, oh man, I don't think you should have said that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then it showed other people's reactions, like,
Alan Tudyk. was-
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's
yeah. Actually, I do
funny.
remember that.
but the guy, maybe he didn't. I mean,
That's just, I don't know. Maybe it's a language barrier thing. He just
I
doesn't,
think that's
he
what
doesn't
it was.
realize that that's a bad thing to say. I don't know. Oh, back, bro. Snow face. I just thought he would have kept hitting poles and falling down. That would have been hilarious. Just
Ding, 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 ding,
punk,
ding,
punk.
ding, ding. But you knew that. I mean, that's like the classic.
Yeah.
he's there, he's dead.
Yeah.
You think he's dead, but he's not gonna. He's coming back.
Yeah, I'll go.
That's pretty. Now these guys, it's funny because did you see the? If you see the in the digital version of this, there's some extras that you get, which is character profiles, which is really neat, and they did them together because these guys are really close friends.
Oh, yeah.
They did Japanese movies, I think.
Oh, outside
in
of the
real life?
movie.
Yeah, outside the movie. These guys have been in movies together
Cool.
for years.
Didn't know that.
And they both it's like almost like a package deal. Like they said, you know, you when we wanted two guys for this, we knew these guys were it, and they had done movies together before. And I think Japan or
Ghost. I'm just gonna say it every time.
see it, yeah.
It's everywhere, man. Ghost.
Oh yeah. Gosh, I want to know what happens inside the ghost.
Yeah. Who's in
during
there?
this. Man,
Those
they
guys
are
always
just
look just like
wiping
they're
out
super surprised.
the Mon Calamaris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ion.
Now, see, why didn't they do that more often?
Yeah, they took it out pretty easily.
You know what I mean?
Pretty
Like,
easy
and,
for 'em.
and-
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can always say that. Why didn't they do that before? Why, you know, they've got all these things. Why don't they do this? Why don't they do that?
It's in the script.
That ruins a lot of movies for me, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
That logic, how it's not just. Yeah. He's such a funny character, this Bodhi.
You have to take down the shield gate. It's the only way they're gonna get them through.
Hammerhead Corvette, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Call up the Hammerhead Corvette.
Oh, smoked.
Dang. Oh, dang. Oh, Bodhi.
Yep. Kick it out. Run.
Oh, man.
That big explosion. Oh, man.
It's crazy. So he just got his job done, right?
Yep.
What he needed to, you know?
Man, this guy's just
Yep.
carrying around that. Just wears that backpack. God knows
Oh.
what it weighs the
I know,
entire
right?
time. It's a power cell for that machine gun laser thing
Yeah.
that you have to cock for some reason to shoot a laser. I don't understand that.
I don't either. Yeah, that's true. Is it charging it, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, right in the face. Oh. Yes.
Why do you think they did that? Made him talk so
I don't know.
muffled like
It's
that.
weird. It's very
Oh,
weird. Yeah, but I don't understand what you're saying. Like, can you understand each other? Because I don't understand
Yeah,
what you're saying.
I don't get that. So that's 4 down, 2 to go, right? There's 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So
I would not have made it. I would have been chopped right now.
this. No way. And why do you even do that? Why
Yeah.
doesn't it just stay closed?
Yeah. We're open. No, it's a vent.
Just in
I don't
case
know.
somebody can get up
Yeah.
here. Just in case, if they're not
So-
fast enough, we'll get them.
Oh,
Obviously, this thing has an insanely tough front end. Is it for ramming things?
Yes.
Yes, it's for that very reason.
This right here
Yes, it's to move ships.
that are in their way.
It's basically like a tugboat if you think about it. Like when a ship is disabled or
Okay.
something like that. That's how I envisioned it. Always like,
ram. Yeah.
or just a ship that move other ships when it's disabled. Like when a
Yeah.
boat needs to be moved, you get a tugboat to kind of
Yeah.
push it out of the way. But he's using it obviously as a military function there. But
Careful. You should put it in the right way.
don't put it upside down.
Yeah.
Like,
You
get
bit
locked
the,
in
you bit
there.
the pins.
Yeah. I remember in the trailer, there was the famous shot of this TIE fighter
Yeah.
showing up right there, which a lot of people thought was Vader.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it hovered up.
Yes. But that got changed. So it makes you wonder, like, did she go to the beach and then go to the tower?
That's
that's a long way. That's a long part of the
thing.
movie.
She had the hard drive in her hand when she's running across the beach.
Yes. So she got
Go
it
from
somewhere
one
and
location to
then
the
had to
next.
run to the tower.
Yeah.
I mean, this battle could have easily been an hour long. You know,
I mean,
this
it's
whole
already
thing.
22, 27 minutes.
Yeah.
already.
Oh, that's a hard
duh.
hit.
Yeah.
It's slicing the other one in two, man.
Two, I know.
Scalping.
Love it.
Antenna aligned.
TIE strikers. Those are called TIE strikers. Which, how did they even know that? How did they even know that there's somebody on that bridge? I need to go fire at them. You know what I
See
mean?
a little dot moving over there. Oh, kill it.
Yeah. They look suspicious.
It's not
I'm
white.
gonna go over
not
there
white
and-
armor, so
and get that. Yeah. So, what do you think overall of Krennic as a character?
it's great.
Yeah.
I think he's great. I like I said at the beginning, I want to see more of him. I wish
Yeah.
there was more stories with him.
Yeah. Krennic. You like him, Jeb?
Yeah, he seems kind of whiny.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't get his way. Like he's a little spoiled brat.
Yeah. Man.
No one acknowledges his accomplishments. Now he's here. Like he knows he's beaten.
Yeah.
Signal will never reach the rebel base. All your ships in here will be destroyed. I lose nothing.
He's good. No, Ben Mendelsohn, though, man. That makes it good. Makes it what it is.
There's a question. Are you upset that you didn't see the Emperor in this? At all?
Upset. I understand. But I was really thinking we would though. See him a little bit, but I get why we don't.
I was hoping we'd see. I don't know how we would have, but I was kind of hoping we'd see the Alderaan
Yeah,
again.
absolutely. We still really haven't even seen it.
Just that brief
Mhm.
episode 3 shot.
There's all the multiple transmissions.
Multiple transmissions. Yeah.
Admiral, receiving transmission from Scarif.
What do we do with it?
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Is he dead?
Now I wonder what she's gonna. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Push
Push him
kick
off,
him?
dude. Just
Yeah.
push him off the thing.
Stomp his head.
Just
Curb
push him.
stomp. Yeah. Oh, these graphics.
The old Death Star plans.
Yeah. One bit.
See right there when you get that, you gotta copy that thing.
Yeah.
Send it to everybody.
Yes, exactly.
Mass produced.
See, apparently, again, like what they don't have in Star Wars, like I guess you can't transmit across space. Like if there was, like they can't translate those plans to Yavin. It's physically impossible. That's why, like they couldn't even go from the surface to that ship without that radar pointing a certain direction. You know, so they established that. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't. Because you remember we had talked about before in the podcast that maybe the Tantive V4 is like in another system and then they transmit over.
Scientifically correct here. You can't transmit something around the world without bouncing it off satellites.
Correct.
Going around. You can't just go to China.
That's exactly right. There's
Satellite
got to be
Earth, satellite.
It's got to be a
Earth.
path, right?
Yes, there has to be a path. So
That's
the
right.
further you go away, the weaker the signal gets, unless you bounce it off something and it amplifies it and sends it on. So it's accurate.
Yeah,
It's just annoying.
it is annoying. Yeah, it's annoying.
That's like a
But
good one.
okay, but that makes you wonder, doesn't it? How do they do holograms across?
I
Like,
don't know
how
the
does
technology. He got
how
hit,
does in
struck.
episode
He
1
was physically hit with that beam.
Padme is sitting in her palace and Palpatine is transmitting
Maybe they-
from
I mean,
Coruscant?
I don't know, maybe they're the
Oh
technology.
man.
Well, they might do the
You're
same
right.
thing. They might bounce it like telecom. You know, they might go to different.
There might be a
towers.
path between those two. Like they may have set up if there's common communication routes that people need to communicate all the time.
Crazy.
Maybe they set up satellites
Yeah.
to relay the signal.
So I always feel like it's staticky too. It's not always the best reception.
It's not.
It's
It's
Sprint.
always like.
Garbage.
But I would think you're right. It's never clear. So there's some kind of. I don't know. It's
I'll have to read the HoloNet manual. And
the
see
HoloNet manual.
What,
Yeah,
see what their
exactly.
technology is like.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder how they transmit that. You know, because there's HoloNet News is transmitted. I don't know. I don't know. But apparently they can't transmit the plans
Yeah.
for some reason. But
The rebel flagship is
Lord
safe,
Vader.
but has received transmissions from the surface.
yeah,
The Paraboarding Party.
Yes, my lord.
it's awesome coming up. I'm glad. I don't know how people feel about this, but I'm glad that they didn't get like fully romantically involved.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
was halfway expecting a kiss on the
You,
beach.
I was too. Well, at least on the way down in that elevator,
Yeah.
I was expecting them to do a little make out,
That's good. Very tastefully done.
but tastefully done.
I don't think it was needed at all.
No?
Nope. But you're right. That beam did
It's straight up hit
hit
Krennic.
Krennic in the face.
Yeah.
Is this
He-
is this the first Star Wars movie without like a romantic interest?
There was a one episode 7.
Yeah, Ray and Finn.
Ray and Finn a little
Well, I
bit.
mean, that
That-
wasn't really
Well, no, because he. Do you have a boyfriend?
that. Yeah, there was
Yeah,
that.
you know he's obviously interested.
Inquiring
in-
a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like this is more. This is more. Like this hints at more of a relationship
Than that?
Than episode 7
No,
does.
I don't think so. Not at
Besides
all.
that boyfriend line, there really wasn't like there was just good chemistry between the two, Ray and Finn, but there wasn't like a.
Well, he wanted to go after
there wasn't.
her.
Oh, man.
There wasn't
there it
longing
is, yeah.
looks.
So
that
there
guy's
was
just
there.
like,
if you see their faces, they're like,
Yeah.
"What the heck is this?" And then right here is where they get like that guy like, "What the
And the
heck
ceiling.
is that?" You know, like,
Yeah.
oh man,
Push
oh,
Hit you with your own light laser.
yeah, I'll just take that laser. You
Yeah.
can have it back.
Just
just take it,
Yeah.
Take it.
just take it.
Door opens. Guy still stabbed.
one of those guys. Gareth Edwards, right there.
Which one?
That guy just pulled a lever. It's Gareth Edwards.
That's Gareth Edwards.
Yep.
Oh man, I didn't know that.
That's the dude.
Yeah. See how there's like wind?
Yeah.
Wouldn't they be sucked into space right there if there was? If
Again,
that was a hole.
It's already depressurized, I
I
guess.
guess.
well, how is he breathing then?
Exactly. Well, he has
his
a breathing
suit-
apparatus,
his
but
suit will help him out a little
Well, you know
bit.
it's like
I know
super
0
cold.
degrees Kelvin
I
in
don't know.
space.
Yeah, I
so
don't know.
Pablo said something about that too. Like he talked about how like
they don't talk about details like that.
yeah,
They don't worry
and
about-
Jedi maybe Jedi can withstand it a little bit longer. Who
Yeah.
knows? Or Force users.
Now that was a surprise to me. Was that a surprise to you?
Oh yeah, dude,
Absolutely.
we were all watched together. We were all just like, what?
What? Yeah. Now you weren't there when we watched this, right? You didn't see this with us.
You're on vacation.
You're on vacation.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, you saw.
I watched
this
it with other people though when I got back.
when you got back.
Yeah.
Right? So the first time we saw it was opening night. You saw it when you got back from vacation, about a week later or something like that. I think,
Yeah, I was
right?
not happy about it.
Yeah. Well, that is Rogue One.
Rogue One. There is no Rogue One.
There is no Rogue One. So I hope everybody enjoyed that with us. Again, the newest Star Wars film. First time we did a commentary for that. First movie not scored by John Williams, right?
Yep.
How do you say his last name?
Michael Giacchino.
Giacchino, who is fantastic.
Yes.
In a way. He's done.
He's a huge Star Wars fan.
He's a JJ guy. He's done the Star Trek movies, Super 8.
Yeah.
He's phenomenal.
He's done a lot of stuff.
Yeah, done a lot of stuff. So, Jeb,
Yes.
where does Rogue One? Give us your. So what we've asked everybody so far. Start from the bottom. List us your top 8. Your 8
So
in
least
order.
favorite to most favorite.
Yes,
Okay.
least favorite to most favorite.
Let's see. 2,
2 is the bottom. Okay,
1,
1,
3,
3,
5.
5. Okay, 5. Empire.
Yeah.
Wow.
No,
Okay.
no, wait. Yeah, Empire. No. Sorry. No, that's my favorite of that series. So then it would be 6, 4, 5.
6, 4, 5.
Rogue One, 7.
7's your all-time
7's
favorite.
your number 1 now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good for you.
Wow. So 6, 4, 5, and then Rogue One, and then Episode 7. Wow. Interesting. So
However, this is weird. I could watch 4, 5, and 6 any day and watch the entire episode.
Yeah.
I don't really want to watch this one again for a while.
See,
Which one? Rogue One?
Rogue One.
that's how I am with 7. 7, I feel like I can just have on any time of day. Any time.
Really?
Yeah, I can watch
I'm the
it
same
forever.
way with 4, 5, 6, and 7. I can start at any point and
Yeah.
I'll finish it. I could be doing something important
Yeah.
and I'll stop and I'll watch Star. That's why when is it TBS? TBS
TNT.
started
TNT.
playing them or
TNT.
TNT. I'm just
Yeah.
like, there goes my weekend. Star Wars.
I
is
know.
on.
I can, if I'm a go-to, just put one in and have it on, because I do that a lot when I'm like either working on the computer
Yeah.
or I'm downstairs just hanging out. My go-to is probably 5.
Mm-hmm.
But lately it's either 5 or 7, just because 7 is a good background and there's not a lot of things you
very fun.
miss.
It's
It's
a fun
fun.
movie to
Yeah,
watch.
exactly. But if I want to like sit down and really watch it, I'll watch this. I'll watch Rogue One. Because I love this, how I love the seriousness of it, to be honest. I love the war part of it, the desperation part of it. I think it's just good. Just overall
It's
shot
a
well.
different feel from any other Star Wars
very
movie.
good, different, very different.
The only
feel.
comic relief is the robot.
K2, yeah.
Yeah, and there's very little of it. So,
Yeah.
like other Star Wars, you have, Han Solo's funny. The R2D2 and C3PO, those guys they're funny. They're always doing something stupid.
Right.
Yeah, so you got 3 people that are just cutting up.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. So, Rogue One, where does this fall for you, Case?
See, I keep saying this, how it's so hard for me to place it, and I go back and forth. Just be consistent, because I said 3 was number 4 for me. So this is number 3. This is third best.
Third best.
Which, again, watching it now, I might put it after Revenge of the Sith. I don't know, but right now I'll just say, yeah, this is number 3.
And episode 3 is 4.
It's 4.
You said. Yeah, this is number 2 on my list. This is number 2 on my list.
Wow.
This is up there for me.
Wow.
Yeah, because we haven't gotten there yet. But
Yeah.
that's
now back before this came out, you asked me, do I think that this could become my new favorite?
that's right.
And I said it absolutely could, but it did not.
But it did not.
It did not.
Yeah, we asked that for episode 7 and for Rogue One when it was
Yes.
coming out. Could this be your favorite Star Wars film?
I was more pumped for the trailers of episode 7 than this. Episode 8 looks even better. Oh
episode
my god.
8.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Incredible.
I want
So-
to be on one of these when you guys do something for episode 8.
All right.
I want to come back and talk
Definitely.
about it.
Yep.
Bring my thousands of dollars of toys that I bought behind my wife's back.
I tell you what, we got a quick turnaround. We only got 5 months until the next Star Wars movie after episode 8.
Yep.
Because Han Solo comes out 5 months later.
Yeah. I'm going to be broke.
So there's no way we can do commentaries. We could do a commentary for episode 8
Yeah.
leading up
Yes.
to.
That's
Nope.
what we'll do. We'll just
Han
do commentaries
Solo.
for the additional films.
Will it be out?
It'll probably come out in April. They've been releasing them in April.
Okay, so we can
We'll have
do
a
it,
month
do it in
before.
April, talk about it.
Yeah.
I think got to get a couple more people in here. Kind of.
We could do a big round table.
Yeah.
Or do it like in the studio.
Yeah.
Just have a bunch of us.
Stop talking.
get it.
Get a big screen
yes.
up on the screen.
Yeah, a projector on the side
Yes.
wall.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's plan on doing that then. Episode 8, projector style, coming at you sometime in April 2018.
I like it.
All right. So as we close up the last credits here, we'll just remind you to go to InsideTheForce.com. We got our weekly podcast there. Me and Casey talking our journey here up until episode 8. Of course, we'll hit you up on all the latest news that's coming out, review the books, comics, everything that's happening coming up with, especially with Rebels coming up season 4, the final season. This is the month of September. If you're watching this when it's released, with this, we're releasing also episode 4. So right now, you can actually go see the episode 4 commentary where we have Russell Johnson sitting in this chair with us as we watch episode 4, the original Star Wars film.
There's the Star Wars theme.
Yeah, Star Wars theme. So other than that, again, we're just putting these out each month as we lead up to episode 8. Cutting trailers, so you haven't seen the trailer for this, just get to our playlist on our YouTube channel. There's a playlist right there that says Star Wars trailers, fan trailers. We're doing all of the films as we release these commentaries out for you. So, Jeb, any last words, thoughts about Rogue One or Star Wars in general?
Other than what we talked about, no. I mean, every time I talk to anybody in the office, I learn more. So, I learned a lot tonight.
Is it eerie how much we know about Star Wars, or is it like weird?
I mean, I don't think it's eerie that you guys know so much. There's probably a subject that I know a lot about that's probably weird. I don't know what it is.
Drones,
yeah. I mean,
aerial engineering.
yeah, but
Jeb's our aerial pilot, drone services director. Yeah, he flies.
I'm a pilot. I'm fly.
Yeah, exactly.
I've done that when tours come around. Jane's like, tell them a little about what you do. I'm fly. I'm a pilot.
Did it?
Not happy.
That is awesome. I don't think I've ever seen the end of this fully, though, to be honest. Okay, so it's just the Lucasfilm logo, but all right, that is the end.
What would you do if there's a scene that just popped up right now?
Yeah, right. No way. Well, that's the end of the Rogue One commentary. We appreciate you guys watching. Again, check us out on InsideTheForce.com. The podcast is there. You can get us on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, TuneIn Radio, Google Play. Right there on the website, all the episodes are there. Casey on Twitter at Kryptonian1138. Jeb doesn't know how to use Twitter. I'm DCotting@21 on Twitter. Of course, Inside the Force, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and go to our YouTube channel for this and more coming from us. So, that's all, folks. He's Casey.
Goodbye, everybody.
And Jeb Smith. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, it was awesome to be here. Thanks, guys.
I'm Dave Cottingham. May the Force be with you.